short turnaround. We have Dodge County head coach Bryce Wilcox, coach, getting
Or they're trying to get to the point for Peterson, picks it up, crashing the net, fires, and scores! Julia Peterson gives the Raiders a 2-0.
Again, pass to the right. Kaiser with a shot, and he scores! Are you kidding me? Camden Kaiser with a shot to go from the point, and the Raiders win! Raiders win!
For females, for team, Maggie Malika.
All the way over there to do that. As here comes Fish. He crashes the net, goes top shelf. That's his 4th goal in the ball game, and the Raiders double the overtime. Courtney Graff is in there. Strike 3. Got Shopper looking for out number 2 there. Through the neutral zone. He takes it after Klotz. He's going to fire on that and score. Spencer Klotz goes up top. And it's 1-0 Raiders. Start off the bottom of the 7th. See if Megan Snyder can be the hero. First pitch to Snyder. She's going to bunt it. Throw to first is nobody's there. It gets past her. Here comes Blandon to the plate. And she's going to score in the Raiders.
Klotz, he's made good spin move. Klotz, he's shot. He scores! Spencer Klotz puts the Raiders up 5-4.
Second. 2-1 pitch to Stepdale. Lined into the right center gap, and that one's going to drop for a base hit. Peterson's going to round third and score.
Yeah, jumper by Richardson, good. That was a nice turnaround jumper by Richardson. Marcus, there's a centering pass, and it's good. And guess who? That's number 12, Kaiser, with another goal on the season. That's number 24 for Camden Kaiser.
On his back, and outside center, to the championship round. The triplet to the plate. She lines this one into right field. That one gets down for a base hit. Horman is going to go through the stop sign. She's going to score. This game is tied.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. It's time to get outdoors. Ice fishing, skiing, snowmobiling, but this year, end the foggy glasses and dried out contacts. Give yourself the gift of LASIK. At Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, all laser, all wavefront LASIK, all the time.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bruss, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
Locally owned and operated, Professional Pride Realty specializes in residential, commercial, and agricultural property. Search the entire multiple listing service at professionalpriderealty.com or call us at 507-663-1100.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call the professionals at Service Master by Hyatt. Service Master has been an industry leader for more than 20 years and have proven cleaning products to remove even the toughest stains and get the winter weather out of your carpets and floors. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. When you're in need of cleaning, demand the yellow van and call Service Master by Hyatt today.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
This ball is crushed All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. And for those interested in travel baseball leagues, register them now at northfieldyouthbaseball.com. Yes, we know there's still snow on the ground, but for kids ages 10 to 15 years old and interested in travel baseball, you must register before March 12th to get your child's name on the list for tryouts. Visit northfieldyouthbaseball.com and click on the travel registration link before March 12th for Northfield Youth Travel Baseball.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Raider Hockey here on KYMN and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com. Johan Schroer joining me this afternoon. We are, of course, down in Rochester at the Recreation Center. Lots of stuff down here. Pretty cool arena. And this is the Class 1A semifinal in Section 1A as the Northfield Raiders will take on Dodge County and the Wildcats. The Wildcats coming off a wild one last night.
Yeah, absolutely. They won 4-3 in overtime against La Crescent. A great game over in Dodge County. And then very short rest. Got to get home, get a good night's sleep, get on the bus, back down to Rochester, and play another one. I was saying we don't usually say good morning, in these broadcasts. It's usually good afternoon, good night, good evening. But yeah, we got 11:30, and then the other semifinal, New Prague and Winona, or Albert Lee, excuse me.
One of those.
Yeah, one of those. Albert Lee and New Prague.
So that one is so the winner of that one takes on the winner of this one.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
We remember last year. We remember the Raiders right here in this arena. As a matter of fact, going into the third period, up 3-1, and New Prague was able to not only tie the game, but literally in less than 30 seconds into the overtime, New Prague scored to advance to the state tournament last year. So we'll be watching that game a little bit, and then we'll see how things get through on this game. I did talk to Coach Lucraft about the fact that with the short time, because we got done at 9 o'clock last night. It's 11:30. You're just barely above 12 hours, including the rest. Seems to think that the vibe was pretty good coming down for the players. They didn't seem to be, they were still into it. So I don't know if that short period of time is going to make a huge difference or not. We do know that Barrett will probably be back in the game. We know that Cullen Merritt is out today. And it looks like, I believe, Frickson, number 22 from the Dodge County Wildcats, he will not probably be playing today. We didn't see him on the ice when they were warming up anyhow, and he's one of their top scorers. So it'll be an interesting morning into afternoon. So I do believe that we will, of course, be talking to our visiting coaches, and our visiting coaches interview, of course, is brought to you by Professional Pride Realty, Northfield's only locally owned real estate broker. We had Johan catch up to the new head coaches, first-year head coaches, Bryce and Andrew Wilcox. Over to you, Johan.
With Dodge County head coach Bryce Wilcox, coach, an exciting win last night, but very short turnaround. What does that mean in preparation for tonight's game?
Oh man, I think honestly, you gotta dig deep with the players in the locker room. You just have to find a way to go. It's outside of that, you're going to be tired. Your legs aren't going to be there, so you just have to dig deep, find the heart, and it is what it is. So.
It's been 2 years since you've played Northfield. What do you know about them, and what are you going to try to prepare for coming to this one tonight, or this morning, I should say?
Yeah, I know they're fast, right? I know they're fast, and they're deep. They've got 3 lines that can roll. So we have to play tight. We have to condense our D zone, and we hope that they turn the puck over and we take advantage of it. So.
Yeah, so co-head coaches, what does that mean in your coaching style and how you control the guys?
Really, Andrew, the co-head coach thing, I've always been a defenseman, so I handle most of the D stuff. Andrew handles a lot of the forward stuff, and really we kind of bounce back and forth on everything else. And, we work really well together. We run a business together.
This is Bryce,
and I feel like
right?
It just kind of falls into the coaching style as well. So we never really butt heads, which is good.
Is there anything we should look out for tonight in terms of players or styles we'll see out there?
I would imagine our captain, Nels, is going to play a physical game, and I would imagine Brett and Funk on our first line there. I don't think they showed up last night. I think they're probably going to show up today.
Awesome. Thank you. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Of course, is Bryce, the head coach, Bryce Wilcox from the Dodge County Wildcats. Your visiting coaches interviews, of course, brought to you by Professional Pride Realty, Northfield's only locally owned and real estate broker. We'll be hearing from Coach Mike Luckraft coming up in just about 30 seconds. Stick around, you're watching Raider Hockey right here on NorthfieldLive.com.
Real estate can be difficult to navigate. Thankfully, Professional Pride Realty's website is packed with information to make buying or selling a home in the Northfield area as simple as possible. ProfessionalPrideRealty.com has the most current listing information, including price reductions and real-time market statistics. Customize the map-based search to streamline your desired location. You can even save your searches in specific homes for later viewing. Home sellers can learn about their property's value before putting their houses on the market. When you're ready to start your home buying or selling journey, Professional Pride Realty would be happy to assist you.
And we're back here at the Rochester Recreation Center. Good morning and coming into good afternoon here at about 11:30. We just have a puck drop here this morning as the Raiders take on Dodge County, the Wildcats out of Dodge County that had victorious yesterday and last night. Raiders, of course, winning 8-1 pretty handedly last night against Rochester Lourdes. And we were able to catch up with Mike Luckraft from the Northfield Raiders. We talked a little bit about, the quick turnaround and see what he has to say about that. Joining us for today's contest, head coach Mike Luckraft with the Northfield Raiders. Mike, coming off of a pretty nice win last night. Seems like you guys came out hot and heavy. You were short a couple of players, Sawyer and Merritt, and then you kind of took a hit with Barrett Bradley there. How are those? Do we have an update on those?
Sawyer's back today. No Merritt. Still dealing with symptoms of the flu. Bradley's back. Not completely sure of his status yet. We'll get him out there for warm-ups and kind of feel out how his knee feels and go from there.
Taking on Dodge County this morning, and first-year head coaches, co-head coaches. I'm not sure how familiar you are with them, but they had a pretty good season.
When we
turn it over to you, we'll play until they come back.
Skill guys, they play hard. They're a young team, so they've got a lot of talent,
it goes right
they're
to
work hard, so we'll have to play our best.
It goes right to the break. So we talked about it last night about the fact that you're coming off of a win last night, coming back to the arena in less than 12 hours. So it'll give us about 4:38 to go. You tell me what you want to do. How many ads you got? Because we'll have about 4 minutes
they played last night as well.
Time.
So it's a unique situation, the way the weather dictated the playoff schedule, but it's the same for both. So we'll just have to make sure we're ready to go. We'll try to use our depth, try to play 3 lines, try to play 6 defensemen as much as we can, but obviously those adjustments get made as the game goes along, and so you kind of feel it out and play the game as the game is played.
Did you get any vibe on the trip down at all from the players?
I think they're ready. They understand the moment. They understand, the adrenaline will take over and carry them through the first part of the game, and then hopefully if we're disciplined, we can stay out of the box. We can take advantage of our opportunities. Then, we'll be able to play our game. So,
all right, Coach, again, good luck to you, and thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Head coach Mike Luckraft with the Northfield Raiders. You're listening to Raider Hockey right here on KYMN 95.1 The One and AM 1080, and we're streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Locally owned and operated, Professional Pride Realty specializes in residential, commercial, and agricultural property. Search the entire multiple listing service at ProfessionalPrideRealty.com or call us at 507-663-1100.
We are down a couple players. Barrett was on the ice for the pregame, and we are down Merritt. Merritt actually, he's a pretty big factor as well. Frickson for them appears to not be playing this morning as well, so I guess you could kind of say they swapped players there a little bit. It's kind of even, but there you kind of have it. Neither one of the coaches seem to think that the short turnaround is going to be an issue.
Yeah, seriously. You got to think that in a big moment like this in section playoffs that, short rest will kind of affect you. But, when you've played a whole season, whole regular season, you've practiced a million times, I think, you're used to it and you know what you have to do. You still have hockey, still in the back of your mind from last night. You just got to continue that over to this morning's game.
Yeah, they did a few good things. The Coach Wilcox talked about turnovers and hoping that the Raiders tournament. Last night they had several turnovers in their own zone, and luckily it wasn't capitalized on by Rochester, and I think part of that came from Keaton Wallach, the goalie, because he was able to turn back. They didn't have a lot of goals, but a lot of shots on goal. But the ones they did, Keaton kind of took care of business.
Yeah, exactly. Keaton's an incredible goalie. He's at 9 shutouts this year, right around a 93% save percentage. He's an incredible goalie. We've been so lucky to have him these past couple of years. This will be his last year here, but Trey Shimoda, he's a junior. He'll be next up. yeah, Keaton, I mean, he's been ready for this. The section playoffs, this is where goalies thrive. State tournament, obviously, that's what we're looking forward to. Just 2 more games. We'll have to win this one here, and then next Wednesday at 7 o'clock is what we're looking forward to. Hopefully, we'll play the winner of the New Prague Albert Lee game, which will happen at 2 p.m. After this one today.
We're going to be right back. We're going to take a quick break. We'll have the drop of the puck coming up here in just a couple of minutes from the Rochester Rec Center. If you can't be here personally, stay tuned right here. We've got Raider hockey coming your way in just a couple of minutes right here on 95.1 The One KYMN and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
I'm Marty Benson, the Commercial and Ag Banking Manager at Community Resource Bank. We offer unprecedented experience with the ability to make decisions locally for your business, ag purchase, or expansion. Come talk with us. Interest rates are still low, and we can offer some fantastic products. The coffee pot is always on, or visit us at crb.bank. Community Resource Bank in Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group of Northfield. The doctors, Becky Johnson, John Nowak, Brian Cravey, Tyler Yonke, and Mallory Peterson would like to remind you that February is Dental Health Month. New patients in the month of February will receive a free exam and necessary x-rays. The doctors and staff at Professional Dental Group would love to see your smile. You can find us on the web at pdgdentists.com or give us a call at 507-645-5264.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
The Quarterback Club of Northfield knows just how hard the student athletes work each and every sports season and would like to wish all of the Raiders athletic teams the best of luck this year. After practice is over or before the big game, stop into the Quarterback Club and grab their roasted chicken, tender baby back ribs, or famous broiled burgers. Short on time? Call ahead and they will have it ready for you to carry out. They serve lunch and dinner, so no matter your busy schedule, the Quarterback Club has something for you. Good luck, Raiders, and we'll see you after the game. The Quarterback Club off Highway 3 in Northfield.
Here's an opportunity in front of the goal. The shot, and it's score! And he got it! Touchdown, Geiger! How did he haul that in?
And she's going to go around the French and score! Kayla Puppy! Shot for 3. That one is good. He nails another one.
Moving slowly in. Tries to go to the backhand and scores! Andrew Winter on the penalty shot. Puts the Raiders up 1-0.
Hometown Credit Union is proud to call Northfield and Dundas home. We offer a variety of loan options, checking, savings, and credit card accounts with a focus on financial wellness and member advocacy. You belong at Hometown Credit Union. Learn more at hometowncu.coop.
February 28th is coming fast. Registration for Northfield Fast Pitch Softball is open for 8, 10, 12, and 14U teams at northfieldfastpitch.org. Spring is just around the corner. Register your daughter and enjoy watching her learn and build confidence on the ball field. Girls born from 2008 to 2015 must sign up by February 28th. Girls Fast Pitch Softball is one of the fastest growing sports for young women. Scholarship assistance is available. Visit northfieldfastpitch.org for more information. Register today. Go Raiders!
Little things in life that matter the most, like spending time with my family. Hip pain started to slow me down, and it was time to get help. I did some research and decided on the orthopedics team at Northfield Hospital and Clinics. They listened to my concerns and helped me make an informed decision. 3 months later, I could not be happier. My hip feels great, and I'm back outside. I appreciate the personalized care I got from the orthopedics team at Northfield Hospital and Clinics.
This ball is crushed
All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. For those interested in in-house baseball leagues, register them now at northfieldyouthbaseball.com. Yes, we know there is still snow on the ground, but for kids who are in grades kindergarten to 3rd grade who'd like to participate in in-house, or 4th to 7th graders interested in Community Rec League, you must register before March 15th to get your child's name on the rosters for a jersey and hat. Visit northfieldyouthbaseball.com for more registration information.
Here are the starting lineups for the Dodge County Wildcats. Number 4, Jeremiah Peterson Gordon, alongside number 30, Jackson Rattler. Number 10, Dylan Klomps. Number 24, Nels Karstensen. And the center, number 11, Riley Frederick. Those visiting team starting lineups are brought to you by Richie Eye Clinic and the Foggy Glasses and Dried Out Contacts. Head coaches for the Dodge County Wildcats are Andrew Wilcox and Bryce Wilcox. For your Northfield Raiders, starting in goal, the senior Keaton Wallach. Number 2, the defender Michael Fossum. Number 7, alongside Fossum, the junior defender Ty Frank. Number 12, the wing Cam Kaiser. Number 16, the other wing, he's a junior. And at center, number 11, Jake Geiger. Your Raiders are coached by Mike Luckdraft as we will head to our national anthem.
I'm Marty Benson, the Commercial and Ag Banking Manager at Community Resource Bank. We offer unprecedented experience with the ability to make decisions locally for your business, ag purchase, or expansion. Come talk with us. Interest rates are still low and we can offer some fantastic products. The coffee pot is always on, or visit us at crb.bank. Community Resource Bank in Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group of Northfield. The doctors, Becky Johnson, John Nowak, Brian Cravey, Tyler Yankee, and Mallory Peterson would like to remind you that February is Dental Health Month. New patients in the month of February will receive a free exam and necessary x-rays. The doctors and staff at Professional Dental Group would love to see your smile. You can find us on the web at pdgdentists.com or give us a call at 507-645-5264.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
And welcome back to the Rochester Rec Center. Here it's the Northfield Raiders taking on the Wildcats of Dodge County. Dodge County coming in today with a 16-9-0 record in the Independent League. They kind of came in behind Ely, which was kind of interesting. Ely was 4-3-0 in their conference, if you will, with an 8-18-0 record. So they actually kind of came in right behind La Crescent, who is who they defeated last night. And, of course, now they'll take on the Raiders. The Raiders defeating Rochester Lords last night in a 8-1 victory there. Camden Kaiser with a couple of goals. And, of course, Geiger with a hat trick again. He scored that in the first couple of periods last night. So we'll get things all fired up here. And it does look like they got the first line out there. Last night they started the second line, but they are definitely sending out Kaiser, Frank, and Geiger and the boys out there to get things started here in the opening minutes. So welcome. You're, of course, listening to our Raider Hockey right here on 95.1, the 1 KYMN. We're also streaming it on NorthfieldLive.com if you want to check it out. So we're just about ready. Let's start the clock, and here we go. And the Raiders will control the opening faceoff, and Geiger will come out fast down the right side. Shot deflected, broken up there by Gordon there for a minute. Kaiser will grab it in the corner and kick it over to the near boards. Frank will try to keep it in and stuff it. Centering pass out front. That one, of course, goes to the top of the line. Now Kaiser will wrist one over there as Kaiser tries to get a stick on it, but that'll go back in behind the net. He tries to do a quick wraparound. That one is knocked off the net, looks like. Yeah, that's how we'll start it. So 29 seconds into it, and we got a net.
Raiders controlling the initial face-off and very fast getting into the offensive zone. Dodge County has barely gotten a stick on the puck yet in these first 29 seconds. So great start for the Raiders. They're looking fresh. Does not look like they've played recently last night.
And we'll face off to the right of the goalie. And, of course, that one will get lifted up and out. They try to sauce one up into the Raiders zone. They'll try to turn it around and try to send it back, but now they'll dump it right back into the Raiders zone. They'll get the puck, take it in behind the net. Fossum will come out in behind there. He forwards it up to across the boards there, but that's knocked right back in. Now into the neutral zone it goes. Gibbs will try to push it in, but it's picked up again by Geiger in the neutral ice. He'll fire it all the way into the near boards. The Raiders will do a quick line change, and they'll fire it all the way back in. Wallach will grab the puck from the shot on goal, and they'll send it into the neutral ice. Olsen now trying to push it forward, can't do it. And they will knock it into the Northfield zone. In hot pursuit is Nelson. Nelson back there working against Riley. Now they'll try to pick it up from in behind, and that'll be Bridger. Riley will try to clear it out. There's a turnover in the end, but they fire just way left. That's Holman there as the Raiders will pick it up in behind the net, and they'll try to push it up and through. Dodge County, of course, trying to keep it out. Munson will retrieve it. He'll skate it all the way in, coming down that left slot. There's a shot on goal. There's broken up there, and the net comes off again. And Rattler will save that one as he sits all the way in the net, pushed all the way back to the backboards.
Yeah, a bit of a collision there, crashing in towards the goalie. Rattler got knocked over, so did the net. Cashin screaming down there. Just big collision. Puck was the only one that really went untouched. It just kind of slid past as three players collided right in front of the goalie. So there'll be a couple line changes, and we'll face off to the right of Rattler.
And it's going to be Baracki trying to control the puck. It comes up, and then it goes right past the goal, but Rattler will kick that one to the near boards. Now it's Dodge County's turn. They'll send it all the way back in behind. Klomp's chasing it. They're just going to call the icing, and they'll bring it right back. So we're just a couple of minutes in to the opening of the semifinals of Class 1A hockey here at the Rochester Rec Center. 15:03 to go here, first period. They'll bring the puck all the way back down, and they'll move it to the left side of Rattler here as we're just underway, like I said, on the first period with one shot on goal for the Raiders thus far as we get the opening minutes underway. That puck will come all the way back into the far corner. Dodge County will try to retrieve it and push it forward. That one's off the stick. Fossum's going to chase after it as Klomps goes firing in behind him. There's a brief turnover right there. There's Karstensen as he tries to get it up in behind. Now it'll come to the top of the point. They'll dump it all the way back in, around in behind. Karstensen centering pass, and that one, of course, broken up by Bracky. Luckily, that pops right out in front of the high point there. Raiders trying to control the puck in the neutral ice. They'll send it back into their own zone. Firing it up and forward. That's Sawyer. Finally gets a stick on it. They'll just push that one into the zone. Geiger down in the corner. He's got a pass from Riley. He's going to wrist it up. He just kind of missed it there. Puck centering. Puck right there. There's a swing and a miss, and there's a rebound out in front, but that one gets loose, and another save by Rattler, and they'll bring it in. Off the bench comes Kaiser. Kaiser down the right side. Here he comes around the corner, and he's going to do a backhand. That one's broken up by Rattler. Kaiser skates all the way around in behind to the far corner, and now Rattler will cover it right up as the Raiders started to buzz the net quickly there, and right out in front, an opportunity for the Raiders foiled by Rattler.
4 shots on goal in these first 3 minutes for the Raiders. They've had that attacking going. They've gotten those shots on goal. They just got to keep on attacking, and you'll get some in the back of the net.
Raiders will control that puck. There's a shot over the top of the glass. That's Winner. Sends it right over the top, and then they'll knock it all the way in behind. And then the centering pass. Kaiser shoots. He scores from the right slot. And we are off and going here. So we're 3 minutes and 15 seconds in. Kaiser from the right slot to start the score 1-0.
Kaiser off the rebound. Puts it past Rattler. And the Raiders off to a great start. Looking like a perfectly fresh team off a week's rest. You would not have guessed that they played a long, hard game last night. Cam Kaiser puts one past Rattler.
I was kind of surprised last night is how many they did push the starters, and they kept them in even towards the very, very end of that game. But needless to say, they'll start the scoring here 1-0 in the first period, and it'll be Geiger down in the far corner, looking for a centering pass out there. He'll take one from the right slot. Picked up by the Raiders in the far corner. They'll skate it to the point. Now over to Bridger Riley from the right. He'll take a shot towards score. That one's deflected out in behind the net. And then one pops right out in front again. And they'll tie it up. And we'll have a stoppage of play and a face-off, I do believe, to the right of Rattler.
Raiders are doing an incredible job keeping the puck in their offensive zone. And Dodge County is getting absolutely nothing going. They had one little opportunity with Carstensen back by Wallach, but they've had a couple icings. They just had to force it, to get those line changes in. But Raiders, incredible job starting off tonight.
Raiders will come away with it. Kaiser from a centering pass there in from behind the net. That one comes all the way back off the backboard and into neutral ice. And then they'll try to dump it right back at Carstensen again, trying to force some offense here in the first period. There's a pass for Munson on the breakaway, but that goes right over the top of his stick. It goes right in behind the net as Munson aggressively gets after it there. We got Olsen in it. That one's going to come loose into the neutral ice, so the Raiders will have to get back on sides, and they will then send it right back in. Olsen will skate for it, crashes into the boards down in the near corner. Puck comes loose there with the Wildcats. Friedrich will try to clear the zone. It only gets through into the neutral ice. And now they'll try to dump it out of the zone. Can't do it. A bunch of guys on the ground. And they'll finally fire it, but they're going to say he was behind the red line, and they'll have another icing call. So, again, not a lot of offense so far from the Wildcats of Dodge County.
Yeah, they're a team that has done a bit of scoring over the course of this season. I mean, they've played very different opponents than the Raiders have, of course, but you'd expect a bit more offensive off them. So they're having a tough time getting the puck, and they got to force down an icing when they need those line changes. So hopefully they can, for them, they'd like to get a little bit more offense as we have a bit of stoppage.
They're looking for a new puck. I think they took a chip out of it or something there.
Refs will finally grab a new puck from the boards. We'll face off to the right of Rattler. It'll be Geiger versus Ellingson. Maybe a little early pawing. Ellingson gets kicked out. Ludvigsen, top scorer, in for the Wildcats.
From the right point, there's Frank with a shot deflected by Rattler all the way to the far boards. They'll center it again before the Wildcats will try to clear it up and out of the zone. Barely in through neutral ice. And Frank will knock it back in to Kaiser. Kaiser skating it all the way through neutral into the corner. He'll get taken off the stick. Briefly there's a pass that comes off the pad of Rattler out in front, and that one's going to get broken up. Frank will skate it all the way into the near boards. Now he'll come up to the top of the circle. Geiger with it. He whiffs on it and gets past him. And it's going to be Funk who goes all the way down in the corner with Fossum. Fossum tying him up with a forecheck there. Geiger off the backboard. He'll get control of it again and then forwards it all the way to Kaiser, and Kaiser had to hang his stick way in the air to try to pull that one back in, but it will be taken out there for the Wildcats as they dump it into the Northfield zone, and then they kick it right back out into neutral ice before it's picked up by Nelson. Nelson can't get it into the zone. Raiders still in control of the puck, and now it's the Wildcats trying to do something with it. They finally get it into the Northfield zone, but not very far. They are really forechecking as soon as that puck enters the Northfield zone. The Raiders are all over the top of Dodge County here this morning. So 11:08 to go, first period from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. We've got a 1-0 lead in favor of the Northfield Raiders. And again, Gibbs trying to clear it in through neutral ice. That's as far as it goes, as the Raiders will take it back over in neutral ice, and Sawyer will skate it all the way to the near boards, pushes it right back into the far corner, and it'll come around the boards, and there's a slight mistake there by Dodge County as they tried to clear it, couldn't do it. Now in the near boards. Dodge County trying to clear it out of their zone. Raiders very, very tough on the defensive, both offense and defensive end, as that puck sails all the way back, and Wallach will retrieve it for an icing penalty, and that's been their only saving grace this morning, is icing the puck.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 0 shots on goal for the Wildcats so far. They haven't gotten anything going. Wallach barely had to do anything besides, collect the puck off an icing and shove it back down to the other side of the ice. So tough start for the Wildcats so far. Great start for the Raiders.
Braden Olson will control it. There's a shot by Munson out front. Rattler, he'll save that one. Kicks it all the way to the far boards. Munson will pick it right back up. And now a little wraparound out in front there. But rebound. Rattler tries to clear it. That puck comes loose. Oh, I got a whistle on the play, and they got a stoppage, even though that puck was wide open on the left side of that net. And maybe the net came off again. I'm guessing that would be the only call. Nope. Well, I don't think the net came off.
Maybe like a couple inches, but I don't know if that's enough.
Well, no, the ref, that didn't. I mean, they just looked at it. They kind of moved it. It didn't go anywhere. So maybe they thought it came off, but it did not. So they'll face off to the right, needless to say. But the Raiders are already got 9 shots on goal. They're in full control. There is no doubt about it. So that puck will come into the left slot there, as Rattler will jump on it just outside to the right of his net, and he'll cover that one back up. So we've got 10-12 remaining here in the first period from the Rochester Rec Center as the Northfield Raiders lead this one 1-0. And we're facing off again to the right of Rattler. Puck is controlled by Olson. Now we got a centering pass that comes errantly out into the neutral zone, so the Raiders will have to regroup. Vogt will take it back into the corner. Forward pass upwards. Defense kicks it right back in. They'll try to go up and over to the top of the glass. Carsonson looking for a centering pass there. That one's broken up. Here's an opportunity. There's a shot on goal. Wallach right out front. Now it's rebounded. And then the Raiders break it up. And Munson on a breakaway. He'll take it down the left side. And we got a goalie on the ground. And it looks like Wallach's helmet's off. So we'll have a stoppage in play. And it's he's up. He's okay. And there won't be any. It's not like an injury timeout or anything. But they just stopped the play to kind of take a look and see what Wallach was up to. So 9:46 to remain in the first period. We have a slight stoppage of play here.
Dodge County's first shot on goal was nearly a big opportunity for them. The puck kind of bounced off Wallach's chest plate and just kind of sitting there. Dodge County could have had an opportunity there as Raiders control the faceoff.
And now the puck will come in through neutral ice. Kaiser will try to push it in. Turned around by... Looks like Funk tries to clear it. He can't do anything with it. Frank will fire it all the way through. That one's intercepted briefly. And now it's going to be Funk down that left side. Centering pass. And that one goes right on through. And Winter will try to clear it. But they'll dump it right back in for Ellingson. Now the Raiders, Frank off the boards through. And that's going to be an icing call right there. They'll bring that one all the way back here to the other end of the Raiders. So again, 9:15 remaining here. First period, Raiders on top, 1-0, and we'll face off in the Northfield end.
Wallach, his first chance at a save. He did save it, nearly let it past him as his helmet came off. We'll have another opportunity here. Face off to the right of Wallach. Geiger wins it.
And it will be Bridger Riley forwarding past to Kaiser, but he goes past his stick, but then Geiger picks it up, and he'll fire it all the way in behind, just over center ice, and out comes Rattler out of there, but Winter will pick it up in the corner. Now he'll send it to the top, back down to Winter. He loses it for a second, centering pass. Geiger shot out in front, rebound, and it'll come out from the Wildcats. Wildcats try to clear it off the glass. Riley will try to pump it back in. Geiger up to Kaiser. Kaiser down the right side. He's got to break it. Man out in front, and that one is broken up by Rattler. Came off the stick briefly, and just enough for Burt Rattler to get his glove on it and clear it out of there. The Raiders will turn around and bring it right back in and dumps it all the way in. Is Pontal, and we'll have a change of players out here. Brackey, he loses the puck, and it's down the right side they go. It's going to be Friedrich, and he's going to go around in behind, backhand into Wallach's glove, and he'll save that one. Sliding all the way to his right and out of the crease, and another save by Keaton Wallach with 8:20 to go here in the first period.
Friedrich kind of caught the Raiders off guard. He went from end to end, went for the backhand. Wallach swallowed it up. Then it'll be a face-off to the right of him. It'll be Brackey on the face-off for the Raiders, and Frederick on the face-off for the Wildcats.
That one is controlled by the Raiders in behind, but Carsonson's going to grab a hold of it, send it right out in front. Frank tries to get it, and that's broken up. Carsonson again in the corner, near boards, trying to control it. And that's the longest they've been in the Northfield zone all morning. There's a dump pass by Brackey. Sawyer with a shot from the top of the point. And that one's going to go to the right. Clear it out in front. Sawyer with another opportunity. Swings and misses on that one. The Raiders will pick it up and neutralize. They'll dump it right back in. Kennelly will take it in behind now. Kennelly, man, I don't know where he came from last night, but he was just a maniac out front. That one's right out in front, and Rattler tries to get a glove on it. But, yeah, definitely without a doubt, I mean, Canelli last night, I mean, even in the closing periods of the game, I mean, this kid would not let up.
Yeah, I mean, he's a freshman on this team. He has 3 more years after this year. I mean, and he's proving as much as he can. He has energy. You know, when we were up 7 goals last night, he was giving his absolute all. So really good to see that energy from a young guy for us.
So they're going to face off here in the right circle. Riley will take it from the top. There's a stick on the ice. Raiders controlling it. Munson skating all the way to the left circle, sends it down into that corner, and he gets checked right off, almost down to the ground, but he gets up and recovers from that. Riley will send it down into the circle, bring it back to the top, and they'll push it right down into the far boards. Nelson tries to clear it out. Puck comes up off the top of the glass in through neutral ice. Cashin all the way across the ice. They'll push it all the way back in. Riley sends it in behind the net. Nelson tries to clear it. Now it is the Wildcats. They're trying to clear the zone. Can't. Olsen intercepts it, picks it up, drives it all the way down into the corner. Picked up by Cashin. Cashin coming in behind the net. Looks like he was going to do a wraparound, turned around, and went back to the top. There's a puck that gets lifted all the way into the near boards as the Raiders continue. Frank with a shot, and there's a deflection out front. Munson got a stick on it, but it went sailing all the way to the far corner. It's getting picked up by Smith. Smith trying to clear it up and out of there. Through the neutral ice they come. Ellingson pushes it all the way in. Geiger with a hard hit into the boards. Raiders will pick it up and bring it back out and forward it up to Kaiser. Kaiser trying to skate for it. In the end, he gets taken out by Gordon there briefly. Now Gordon rams him up against the boards, and they'll take that one. The Wildcats fires it all the way and ricochets all the way out through neutral ice. Raiders will bring it all the way up. Again, Kaiser forwarding past to Geiger, breaking hard right down into the corner, centering pass out front. Kaiser shot, and that was deflected by Rattler all the way to the boards on the far side. That puck goes up and in behind the boards again as the Wildcats try to clear it out, and the Raiders continue to just hammer away in the Wildcat zone as it goes in behind Kaiser. And there's a pretty good hit right there. Frederick tried to put the hammer down on Kaiser, but he was able to step out of the way. They'll fire this one all the way back to the backside again. With 5:45 to go, we got an icing call. We'll face off again in the Wildcats' end.
Raiders keeping up what they've been doing well, keeping that offensive push towards Rattler, getting those shots in. Kaiser took a pretty big hit behind Rattler, but he's a tough guy. He got right back up, and I'll be playing on.
Controlled by Brackey. To the top is Vogt. He'll dump it down into the near boards, all the way down into the corner. Now they'll skate it up. There's a shot towards the goal, broken up right out in front. Puck gets flipped up in the air. Somebody's got to come down with it. Frederick comes out with it. He'll try to forward the pass, but it goes off the stick, and it'll go right through the neutral zone. So now Vogt will take it from Northfield. He'll push it all the way back into the other zone. Picked up by Smith. Smith tries to forward the pass through, and it's going to be Beckstrom. Or Carstensen, rather. Now that's picked off the stick from Riley. Riley will dump it right back in, and he'll sit right at the top. That's usually where they like to sit, up at the top of the circle. And then Sawyer was just in the far corner trying to skate it around, send it up to the top of the circle. Now back in behind the net it comes. Wildcats finally get a lucky bounce off the boards as it goes into the Northfield zone. And first one back there's going to be Riley. He's going to get tied up over there by Ludskin, and the puck will come up to the top, looking for a centering pass there, but the only one he finds is Cashin, and Cashin will push it all the way in the zone. He's in a hot race. He'll get there first, but there's going to be a penalty for sure. That's got to be interference or tripping right there against Dodge County, because Cashin just had a skate on him and was just about to take control of the puck as he was going one-on-one against Rattler, but we'll have a penalty here at the first penalty here of the afternoon.
That will be number 13, Griffin Funk, for the Dodge County Wildcats. He'll go into the box for 2 minutes. Raiders on the power play. They're very good on the power play. 44% as they get a shot covered up by Rattler. Holding is the call.
So Funk kind of saved the goal, if you will. Cashin was just kind of had a stick on him, had a skate on him, and he kind of took him and dragged him to the ground. It could have been it is holding, but it could have been slashing, could have been about anything. But he took him down to the ground, and now the Raiders will be on the power play. Down in the corner it goes. Munson up to Kaiser. Back out to Fossum to the top, and he loses control briefly. Now from the top of this right circle, he's going to work his way in. He's got it in behind the net. There's a wraparound there, and that one's broken up by Rattlers. He sends it all the way to the near board. So another scoring opportunity for the Raiders here. They score 43% of the time on the power plays. That one's right out front. Rattler puts a glove on it, and that will have a stoppage of play with 3:53 to go in a minute 19 in the power play for the Raiders.
Rattlers getting a flurry of shots heading toward them. Raiders are already a high-scoring team, but on the power play, boy, they are incredible. 44% power play success percentage for the Wildcats. They kill the penalty 82.6% of the time, so pretty good for them, too. So we'll see what happens in this last 1:15.
Smith trying to control the puck, can't. Gives it up to Fossum. Fossum to the top with Frank. Frank down to Fossum. He likes that shot down there. There's a shot across the middle from the red line, trying to sneak it past. Now the puck's going to come loose as it ricochets all the way out, and the Wildcats will race for it. And it's Fossum in a sliding save out in front of the net, and then he'll fire it all the way back, but he goes a little bit too far, and we'll have an icing call. But what a nice defensive play there by Fossum to save the breakaway.
Fossum, he's an incredible defender. He's a captain on this team, 2-year captain. Michael Fossum, he's an incredible defender. Putting his leg out, stopping that puck from reaching Wallach. We'll have a face-off to the left of Wallach. It'll be Olsen to take it for the Raiders.
3:26 to go here. 52 seconds left in the power play for the Raiders. And they'll do a dump pass out of their own zone here as they will skate in behind the net, and they'll get ready to make a run at it. 40 seconds remaining, and here they go. It'll be Bridger Riley. Forwards up to Olsen. Overshoots him, but Olsen gets a nice break there. There's a pass up, and that one's broken up. Nice break up by Gibbs on the defense. Puck's out in front. Another shot. There's a shot and goal on the rebound, and the Raiders are going to score on the power play with just 2:59 to go. So at the 13:01 mark, it's going to be Northfield with 2-0 taking the lead.
Griffin Kennelly, the freshman. He came out hot last night scoring a goal. That's his 3rd goal of the year for Griffin Kennelly, getting it past after a flurry of rebounds. Gets it past Rattler. And so for Griffin Kennelly, he's a young guy on this team, one of 2 freshmen on this varsity roster, making the best of his opportunities.
Referees now having a little powwow at center ice there as we have kind of a stoppage in play here. Refs are going to go over and talk to the coaches, respective coaches, and now they're calling the players back out onto the ice. So from your Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Raiders lead this one 2-0, and we've got just under. Yep, they're going to score it right there. There was a question as to whether it was a clean goal or not, and they are going to give it to Kennelly, and it is going to be 2-0 in favor of the Northfield Raiders. And now Dodge Center will bring the players back out onto the ice. So their coach was Coach Wilcox was questioning whether that was a legitimate goal, and they have elected to grant it to the Raiders as they control that opening face-off here from center ice. Frank in the own zone, in through neutral ice. Carstensen tries to push it through, can't do it. Now the Raiders will pick it up. Forwarding pass down the left side. Winner skates in behind the net. Centering pass comes all the way out, but they'll keep it in for the Raiders as Fossum. There's Winner taking a shot from that right circle. I don't know how you could see. He was the defenseman was draped all over the top of him. Fossum from that top. That one's finally broken up, and it's going to be Funk down the left side. Frank just takes him out right into the boards, and Fossum will dump it back over to Kaiser by the near boards, and they'll turn around and fire all the way on a breakout play. Winner down the left side, and he gets taken out, and down to the ice he goes, and he'll get right back up and recover the puck. Centering pass, looking for Kaiser out front, but that one comes all the way to the top. Now down into the near boards as Kaiser skates it in behind the net. Centering pass out front, and that one Geiger with an opportunity goes in to the far corners. Winner from the top of that left circle. Dodge County will try to clear it up through the neutral ice. The Raiders will dump it right back in. Now they'll pick it right back up. Gordon skating through neutral ice. He'll dump past that one over to Frederick. Frederick back down to Gordon. Gordon, nobody there. Riley will pick it up. Try to get a little elbow on it. It was Frederick. Now it'll be Olsen picking up the puck, skating it all the way through and dumping it into the zone before It is cleared all the way out. The Raiders will have to skate back up into neutral ice as they reset here on the offensive end. Olsen will pick it up and skates down the left circle. Centering pass out in front, and that one's just past the stick of Cashin, and that one comes all the way to the top and all the way through the zone. And now it is a race for the puck as Ellingson races all the way down as they send the puck to the other side of the boards. Dodge County tries to get a centering pass to Ellingson, and that one's broken up right away out in front of the net by Vogt. Vogt fires it, but he sends it a little bit too far, and we'll have a stoppage play and another icing call against the Raiders. 1:02 remaining here in the first period, and the Raiders on top 2-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Face off to the right of Wallach. It'll be Winter to take this one. Be facing off against Ellingson. Raiders win it.
And Fossum, dump pass to Frank in the near boards, forwarding past Cashin, puts a stick on it. That one's going to go right towards the goalie, so there won't be an icing. They're going to just wrap it up. He's going to hold it up. So it was definitely Munson making a streak for it again. So the Rattler, the goalie, just kind of put his glove on it and said, no, thanks. I don't want any part of this. 52 seconds remaining here in the first period.
Shots on goal, well led by the Raiders, 19-2. Two of them, of course, going into the back of the net. Another face-off to the left of Rattler. Wildcats win this one.
Raiders put 44 shots on goal last night, so they are well on their way here in the first period. Geiger will try to capture that one in neutral ice and pushed right back in by Winter. You got Winter, Kaiser, and Geiger in the near boards here. Pass comes out in front to Ellingson. He'll try to clear it out. Dumped right back in by Frank. That one. Geiger, and then a backhand by Kaiser goes just to the left of Rattler. They'll bring it back to the top. Frank tries to keep it in, does. That puck will go all the way to the far corner before the Wildcats pick it up, and they'll try to clear it out to neutral ice, but it's dumped right back in. Now Kaiser takes it to the right-hand side, held in by Winter. Now it's pushed out briefly by Funk. They'll take it and fire it all the way onto the net, and then Wallach will grab it, drop it right on the ground as this clock continues to tick, and we're just about done with the first period, and there is the sound of the horn. From your Heritage Bank scoreboard, Raiders on top 2-0. And only 2 shots on goal for the Dodge County Wildcats. Let's take a break, maybe warm up a little bit, and we'll come back and recap kind of the first period here. You are listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 The One KYMN and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Financing a house is about more than a mortgage, it's about creating a home. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, buying your forever home, looking to take advantage of today's great refinance rates, or finally getting to those home improvements, Hometown Credit Union's wide variety of home loan options and highly competitive rates can help make your house, well, a home. Learn more and apply online at hometowncu.coop. Equal housing lender.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group of Northfield. The doctors, Becky Johnson, John Nowak, Brian Cravey, Tyler Yankee, and Mallory Peterson would like to remind you that February is Dental Health Month. New patients in the month of February will receive a free exam and necessary x-rays. The doctors and staff at Professional Dental Group would love to see your smile. You can find us on the web at pdgdentists.com or give us a call at 507-645-5264.
It's the little things in life that matter the most, like spending time with my family. Hip pain started to slow me down, and it was time to get help. I did some research and decided on the orthopedics team at Northfield Hospital and Clinics. They listened to my concerns and helped me make an informed decision. 3 months later, I could not be happier. My hip feels great, and I'm back outside. I appreciate the personalized care I got from the orthopedics team at Northfield Hospital and Clinics.
February 28th is coming fast. Registration for Northfield Fast Pitch Softball is open for 8, 10, 12, and 14U teams at northfieldfastpitch.org. Spring is just around the corner. Register your daughter and enjoy watching her learn and build confidence on the ball field. Girls born from 2008 to 2015 must sign up by February 28th. Girls Fast Pitch Softball is one of the fastest growing sports for young women. Scholarship assistance is available. Visit northfieldfastpitch.org for more information. Register today. Go Raiders!
Don't wait for the next snowstorm. Get your vehicle ready for winter now. Valley Auto House is a full automotive repair shop, collision center, and AAA towing facility. We service all makes and models, from full-size diesel trucks to passenger cars. Serving the people of Northfield is our #1 goal. We do that by offering quick repairs, fair prices, and efficient communication from the time you walk in the door to when we hand you back your keys. Go Raiders from all of us at Valley Auto House, located on Highway 3 South in Northfield. Open 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and find us at valleyautohouse.net.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie, Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. It's time to get outdoors. Ice fishing, skiing, snowmobiling, but this year, end the foggy glasses and dried out contacts. Give yourself the gift of LASIK. At Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, all laser, all wavefront LASIK, all the time.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Now may be the right time for you or a loved one to consider joining Northfield Retirement Community. Leave behind the worry of home maintenance and repairs to join a supportive community welcoming you to your new home. NRC has a variety of housing options to enjoy with your own furnishings and available options of in-home personal care services. Reach out to our caring and compassionate staff when you're ready for a visit, or review all of our living options at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
Locally owned and operated, Professional Pride Realty specializes in residential, commercial, and agricultural property. Search the entire multiple listing service at professionalpriderealty.com or call us at 507-663-1100.
This ball is crushed. All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. And for those interested in travel baseball leagues, register them now at northfieldyouthbaseball.com. Yes, we know there's still snow on the ground, but for kids ages 10 to 15 years old and interested in travel baseball, you must register before March 12th to get your child's name on the list for tryouts. Visit northfieldyouthbaseball.com and click on the travel registration link before March 12th for Northfield Youth Travel Baseball.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
Well, welcome back to the Rochester Rec Center. Jimmy LaRue along with Johan Schroer this afternoon, along Lance Raster running the board and kind of bringing you all the fun action here on NorthfieldLive.com, and you're listening to 95.1 The One, KYMN and AM 1080. We want to welcome you back here to a beautiful afternoon. It's sun is shining outside and things are looking bright here on the inside of this arena there, Johan.
Yeah, sure is. Raiders couldn't ask for a better first period, putting 2 in the back of the net and 20 shots on goal. Dodge County, on the other hand, only 2 shots on goal. Really nothing going for them at all offensively. Raiders doing a great job keeping the puck in their offensive zone, forcing the Wildcats to ice the puck whenever they need to do a line change. So you got to be really happy if you're Coach Lucky back in the locker room off a short night's rest. Raiders have come out very strong, very ferocious, and they're looking real good to advance to the section final. We don't want to, get our hopes too high, but if you continue the way you played in the first period, you got to like your chances.
If they continue to play like this, there's no contest. I'm sorry, but the only thing that so far we've seen from Dodge County, and no disrespect at all to Dodge County, but they've had basically 4 or 5 icing penalties, or icing calls, you should say. It's not really a penalty, but they'll send it all the way down to the ice, and that's their only saving grace because the Raiders are absolutely in their zone. They spent the majority of it. I'm the 17-minute period, 14 of it was in Dodge County zone, and that's just the facts. And the fact that they're out shooting them 20-2, like I said, they put on 44 shots on goal last night against Rochester Lords, and they've already got 20 here in the first period. But it is just pure dominance, and the speed My goodness, you just look at the speed of the Raiders against those. I mean, they are flat. The only penalty coming as a holding is Griffin Funk, because Cashin caught wind out of the neutral zone and took off as the puck was sailing, and he outskated Funk, and Funk had no choice but to just drag him to the ground because he was going right into the net. So it was definitely, you just look at the speed of the Raiders and everything that they've been doing here this afternoon. It's been outstanding. You got to be really happy if you're a Raider fan right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's really, as you said, there's really no contest for Dodge County. They have to fix something big because they cannot play like this. And they have 2 shots on goal. One of them was a fast break where they really caught the Raiders off guard in a line change, and one of them was kind of off near icing, kind of picked up deep in the zone and shot on goal. So really, really nothing going for Dodge County. They got to try to fix something up. Get their best players. Got to get Ludwigson and Funk in some, in a good groove if you're Dodge County. But the Raiders just keep doing what you've been doing, and you'll have a very good chance.
Yeah, I think without a doubt they talked before the game as Coach Wilcox from Dodge County just says, if we just play a good solid defense and hope for some turnovers by Northfield, then they think that they have a fairly good chance. But that's been not happening either. They're not turning it over. They've been having pretty good puck control, going stick to stick, and they've been doing really well. But again, the Wildcats just not generating any offense. They can't even barely clear it into the neutral ice. When it gets to neutral ice, the Raiders just dump it right back in, or somebody skates it right back into their zone. So not spending a lot of time in the offensive zone for the Wildcats here this afternoon. So it'll be an interesting second period. We'll see how it goes. We got KTTC Sports down here right next to us, the camera guy over here. He said he's going to stick around for the second period because he wants to check this out a little bit, see what's going on. So exciting game going on here this afternoon. We've got a pretty decent crowd from Northfield that showed up here, and Dodge County's got a pretty good following here this afternoon as well. Coming up is the second game. I believe we've got Albert Lee and New Prague will be coming in. And, of course, the winner of that game takes the winner of this game and plays on Wednesday night in the section finals. So we'll be looking forward to seeing how that develops out this afternoon. So we just got a couple of minutes remaining here as the Zamboni is off the ice, and we'll take another short break, and when we come back, we'll get started on the second period. It's from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Raiders 2, Wildcats nothing. You're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 KYMN and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. It's time to get outdoors. Ice fishing, skiing, snowmobiling, but this year, end the foggy glasses and dried out contacts. Give yourself the gift of LASIK. At Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, all laser, all wavefront LASIK, all the time.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bruss, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
Locally owned and operated, Professional Pride Realty specializes in residential, commercial, and agricultural property. Search the entire multiple listing service at professionalpriderealty.com or call us at 507-663-1100.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call the professionals at Service Master by Hyatt. Service Master has been an industry leader for more than 20 years and have proven cleaning products to remove even the toughest stains and get the winter weather out of your carpets and floors. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. When you're in need of cleaning, demand the yellow van and call Service Master by Hyatt today.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
This ball is crushed. All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. And for those interested in travel baseball leagues, register them now at northfieldyouthbaseball.com. Yes, we know there's still snow on the ground, but for kids ages 10 to 15 years old and interested in travel baseball, you must register before March 12th to get your child's name on the list for tryouts. Visit northfieldyouthbaseball.com and click on the travel registration link before March 12th for Northfield Youth Travel Baseball.
Little things in life that matter the most, like spending time with my family. Hip pain started to slow me down, and it was time to get help. I did some research and decided on the orthopedics team at Northfield Hospital and Clinics. They listened to my concerns and helped me make an informed decision. 3 months later, I could not be happier. My hip feels great, and I'm back outside. I appreciate the personalized care I got from the orthopedics team at Northfield Hospital and Clinics.
February 28th is coming fast. Registration for Northfield Fast Pitch Softball is open for 8, 10, 12, and 14U teams at northfieldfastpitch.org. Spring is just around the corner. Register your daughter and enjoy watching her learn and build confidence on the ball field. Girls born from 2008 to 2015 must sign up by February 28th. Girls Fast Pitch Softball is one of the fastest growing sports for young women. Scholarship assistance is available. Visit northfieldfastpitch.org for more information. Register today. Go Raiders!
Hometown Credit Union is proud to call Northfield and Dundas home. We offer a variety of loan options, checking, savings, and credit card accounts with a focus on financial wellness and member advocacy. You belong at Hometown Credit Union. Learn more at hometowncu.coop.
This ball is crushed. All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. For those interested in in-house baseball leagues, register them now at northfieldyouthbaseball.com. Yes, we know there is still snow on the ground, but for kids who are in grades kindergarten to 3rd grade who'd like to participate in in-house, or 4th to 7th graders interested in Community Rec League, you must register before March 15th to get your child's name on the rosters for a jersey and hat. Visit northfieldyouthbaseball.com for more registration information.
Of us would love an extra flexible way to earn money. Benjamin Bus and Northfield Lines have many driving positions available, including vans that won't require a CDL, small and regular sized school buses, and motor coaches. These positions offer flexible hours, days off when kids are out of school. You can even bring your kids to work with you. Benjamin Bus and Northfield Lines offer on-site training and testing along with wages up to $21 an hour. No experience necessary. Stop by Benjamin Bus on Highway 3 in Northfield and we'll be happy to answer any questions.
The days are getting cooler, and it means it's time to take a trip to Witt Brothers for your winter checkup. Let's face it, no one wants to get caught in the cold with a dead battery. Make sure your vehicle is in peak condition for the winter season. The checkup includes an oil change, tire rotation, brake inspection, battery tests, and they'll even winterize your vehicle. Stop by Witt Brothers Service, located at 701 Division Street in downtown Northfield, for all your automotive maintenance and repair needs.
And welcome back to the Rochester Rec Center. Second period hockey about to get started here. Semi-finals for the Northfield Raiders taking on the Dodge County Wildcats. Raiders coming out of the first period on top. So far, I had 2-0, outshooting them 20-2. So second period here about to get ready. I'm not sure. They took them a long time in between periods there. I think they grabbed some lunch or something.
Yeah, right. Went over to... Oh, so what's that chicken place you're talking about? Good.
I think Church's is over there, but I don't know if they're over there or not. But what I do know is that the Raiders are definitely taking control of this contest. They're going to switch it around, and they're going to be skating from right to left on the second period here as the Raiders in their white and maroon white jerseys with the maroon and the gold stripes, and they'll control the face-off right off the get-go. And Kaiser is going to take it all the way into the near board. Centering pass out front, and there's Winter sitting right there, and that one gets deflected by Rattler. Raiders will keep it in. Kaiser shakes a shot, and he couldn't get it. The puck on his stick. He had a nice shot from that left slot there, but he couldn't do anything with it. So now they will try to skate it through. Pushing it all the way back into the end is Carstensen. Picked up by Frank. Now he dumps it over to Fossum. That Winter can't control it, and they'll try to keep it in, but they dump it all the way back into the Northfield Raiders. Wallach will grab the puck and drop it in behind the net, and Frank will get it, bounces it hard off the ice and all the way in through the neutral ice before it is picked up by Ludvigsen, and he'll try to dump it in as Fossum takes it away from him against the near boards. Off the glass it goes. Winter chasing it down into the corner, and it will be an icing call, and they'll bring that one back. 16:03, we're just underway here, second period from Rochester. Northfield Raiders on top of this, 2-0. You're, of course, listening to your Raider hockey on KYMN, and we're streaming it live, so if you want to check it out, go to northfieldlive.com, and you can catch all the action right here this afternoon. Facing off to the left of Wallach, controlled by the Raiders. Into the near boards. It's going to be Riley in the corner as they continue to dig and fight for it in the near boards. We got Brecken down there. We got Olson down there. We got Munson down there. We got all kinds of people down there. Can't see the Dodge County guys. They're just digging away. It finally comes away, and there's a shot on goal right out front. Rebound, and that one, an opportunity there by Ellingson, but he couldn't get a stick on it out in front. This is the most offense we've seen here by Dodge County here in the second period. Munson fires it all down the right side. Olson will take a shot. He'll send that one way to the left of the net as it bounces to the top and in through neutral ice. Raiders will pick it up in their own zone. Pontau off the glass in through neutral ice. Dodge County tries to dump it right back in. Brings it back over to the near boards. Off the board, over to Munson. Munson just dumps it right into the Dodge County zone before he picks it back up, and they try to clear it back out. Munson will skate it in this time down the far right corner. Into the right corner, far corner there, looking for something across the middle. He's got Casson with a shot and a goal from the top of the slot on the feed from Munson, and the Raiders are on top 3-0 with just 2:02 gone in the second period.
Will Cashin in on that shot from the left circle past the left shoulder of Rattler, putting the Raiders up 3-0. 14:58 left to go in this second period. 3-0 Raiders on the Cashin goal from the Munson feed.
That was a pretty goal.
That was a very pretty goal.
That was pretty. And Cashin, I mean, the goalie, I mean, I thought maybe, the goalie was going to the ground, and he just fired it over the top of his shoulder. That was a good-looking goal right there, and we'll face off again here. And now the Raiders will control the puck and enter right back in to the zone over for the Wildcats. Wildcats trying to clear it, trying to get something going, get it out of the neutral end if they can get it there. So now it's going to be Sawyer digging it out in the corner. Comes away with Brackey out in front of the point. That one's going to ricochet to the far corners. That one's going to be picked up over in the corner, and he's going to challenge him down there, but the Wildcats will finally clear it, but it's going to be Fossum chasing all the way down as they save the icing. Wallach comes out and just kind of sticks it up to Fossum. That puck's going to go through, and they are going to let that one slide. No, they're not. They're going to call the icing against the Raiders on that one. So we'll bring it all the way back to the other end in front of Wallach.
Yeah, Dodge County, I mean, although the Raiders did just score, this is the most offense we've seen out of Dodge County all game in the second period. These most face-offs next to Wallach we've seen. So we'll have a face-off. It'll be Geiger for the Raiders.
So they've got 2 shots on goal, which they only had 2 total there in that first period. So they're trying to spark something, get something going. Raiders will take the puck, try to skate it in through neutral ice as he dumps it from Geiger to Winter. Winter down the left side, going through the left slot backhand. That was broken by Rattler, and all the way to the far corner it goes. Now it'll come back up to the top as Geiger fires it in behind. Comes over to the top of the left circle. Riley dumps it all the way in the corner. Winter picks it up as they continue to fire on Dodge County here. This puck will come up to the top, but it'll go right on past Kaiser's stick, and he'll have to chase it all the way down into the Northfield zone, and now he's going to turn around and go down the far boards. He'll skate it all the way down and through, and he comes around across the front, and that one is broken up by Rattler and sends it over to the far boards. Geiger gets it. at the top of the circle. He gets checked off the puck there by Smith. That puck will go in behind as the Raiders will try to dump it right back in. Pontow kicks it right back in. Dodge County with an opportunity to move forward on that, but they ended up getting into a full line change, and they gave it up. Now, down that left side, Winter. He's just going to fire on net. Rattler's going to just knock that down with his glove, and it will be Dodge County trying to clear it out of the zone. Finally, the puck is cleared over there by Hearn. Hearn will send it all the way back down to the other end, and now the Raiders will let it be an icing call, and they'll bring it all the way back to the other direction with 12:53 to go. The Raiders on top, 3-0 in the second period.
Dodge County doing what they've done so much this game, these icings. When they have forced to do a line change, they just got to ice that down, get some fresh legs on the ice. Raiders another opportunity, facing off to the right of Rattler. It'll be Olsen for the Raiders.
Any day. There it is. It's just kind of a delay in the game. The ref was just kind of hanging on it. I think he was messing with him. Must have been. Raiders will control it. There's a centering pass on front, and the backhand right out there. That's going to be Olsen. He's going to put another one in the goal, and the Raiders are up 4-0 here in the second period.
You want to see a pretty goal? That's a pretty goal. Braden Olsen on the backhand off the feed. I believe that was it was Cashin on the feed. We'll hear the official announcement, but the perfect spot for Braden Olsen puts the Raiders up 4-0.
Yeah, nice goal. Braden right out in front. Nice pass. Nice little backhand to put him up 4-0. And we'll face off at center ice again. We take no time here to get right back on the ice, and they'll fire that one going across the left side. Munson, and I think they're going to get offsides here as he got a little bit anxious right there. They're not letting up at all. 24 shots on goal here, so 4 shots for the Raiders, 3 for the Dodge Center for the Dodge County for the second period anyhow, but the Raiders able with just 4 shots. They got 2 goals here this afternoon in the second period, so we're going to face it off here in neutral ice. It's a near corner.
Yep.
So that puck will get dumped in by the Raiders. They'll dump it all the way in behind. The puck comes out off the backboard. Munson standing right out in front. Rattler tries to get a glove on it, but it can't, and then the Raiders will try to control it in the corner as they'll pick it up over here. Munson tries to skate up to the top. Fossum, he likes to put a little wrister on there, and that one gets deflected up and over and into the netting and on the top of the catwalk as the Raiders do a full line change, as does Dodge County here in the second period.
Both teams get a little physical. There's a bit of a little scrappiness going on after that whistle between a Raider and a Wildcat. Couldn't tell who they were, but emotions getting the best of some people, especially if you're down 4-0. You might probably be a little frustrated. We'll have face-off to the right of Rattler.
Kaiser will scramble for it down in the corner. It'll come away for the Raiders, and then it's finally centered through into neutral ice for Dodge County. They try to push it up and through, but that's picked off right there by Geiger right at center ice, and he'll try to dump it back in. Winner and Klomp's going at it in neutral ice. Puck will go all the way back into the Raiders zone. There's a shot on goal right into Wallach's hand. So from that left corner there a little bit, Griffin Gibbs gets a shot on goal, and that'll be the 6th shot of the contest. So they've got 4 more. They doubled and tripled their total shots on goal there in the first period with 11:43 to go from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Raiders on top, 4-0 here from the Rochester Rec Center, controlled by Dodge Center. Now from the top on that left circle, pushes it down into the corner. Raiders on the defense. Down in that far corner, there's a centering pass. Gibbs with a shot that's off the pad of Wallach. Pounces out in front, and in it goes on the rebound for Dodge Center. And they will get on the scoreboard here this afternoon. And the score now 4-1 in favor of the Raiders.
Brett Ludvigsen off the rebound, breaking the shutout midway through the second period. Brett Ludvigsen, that is his 52nd point of the year for him. He's their top scorer for the Wildcats.
So at the 5:36 mark, they finally strike. And this, like I said, this is the most offense that they've had here all night, as they put 5 shots on goal here in the second period alone. They had 2 in that first period. So they matched the Raiders as shots on goal here in the second period, 5-on-5. Brackey will leave the circle. Now we've got a question. Coach Wilcox is having a question here with the referee on the far side of the ice. Not exactly sure what the conversation is all about, but we've got there's 3 other refs on the ice. We've got 4 of them here this afternoon down here in Rochester. And the conversation is over, and they got a stoppage again. Got a whistle here from the referee. Somebody jumped the line a little bit too soon. And they'll jump it again, and now the referee's talking to Coach Luckcraft as they're trying to figure out what the conversation is over here. I'm not exactly sure what the controversy is, to be honest with you. Plain and simple, I mean, they scored. There's no doubt about it. But the conversation being had by both coaches here with the referees, and they'll face off at center ice, and the Raiders will come away with it as they try to dump it into the neutral zone. Pontal tries to hold it in. Sawyer now tries to bang it off the ice and put it back into play, but Ellingson will try to dump it all the way in. It's picked up by Friedrich. He'll try to fight for it in the Northfield zone. Now they'll just turn around and dump that right back in. Neerman pushes it all the way to the far corner before it's picked up there by Vogt. Vogt tries to clear it in through neutral ice. It goes. And the Wildcats will recover in through neutral ice. Frederick forwarding pass there. Fires a shot out in front off the backboard, and Wallach will send that one back into the far corner. Another shot attempt just to the right of Wallach. Raiders will try to clear the puck out of their zone. Taking off the puck right there is Sawyer, and that puck goes right towards the zone, but the Wildcats will do a quick line change. So the Raiders will try to clear it up and through, but they fired past the stick of Sawyer, and that one's going to go all the way through the zone and in behind the net. We'll have icing with 10:28 to play here in the second period.
Yeah, Dodge County getting the most offense they've had. For sure, way more than they had in that first period. 5 shots on goal already compared to the 2 they had in the first period. We'll see what more they can do here as Raiders control the faceoff.
Crazy how things change. Just you go in between intermissions, and it was just a dominant force here, and then all of a sudden Wildcats kind of get hot, but they'll control that puck. Olsen will try to dump it into the far corner, and the Wildcats will pick that one up and try to clear it as Smith tries to push it forward, but that's picked off out in front, and there's a shot in the goal, and there's Cashin again on the interception, and he'll go into a quick wraparound at the 6:58 mark, and the Raiders are on top just like that, 5-1.
Cashin back on the scoreboard. Will Cashin cashing in, puts the Raiders up 5-1 with 10:02 left to go in the second period.
Well, the Raiders just answer. I mean, it's just, they get a shot on goal, and they think they're getting a little bit of momentum, and they just say, well, enough of that. We'll just take care of this business right now. So, yeah, nice interception there. Turnover on the Raiders there. So that was definitely kind of Ellingson's mistake there. That puck will be controlled. Winner will take a shot, and off the stick of Rattler it goes. In behind is Geiger. He'll clear it up to the top to the far circle. Now down into the right circle, shot! That one's deflected just to the left. And as it comes up, Fossum will recover that, dumps it right back in the corner. Down on the ice it goes as Winner. And the puck will go all the way to the far corner. Kaiser will pick it up and start all over from the top. There's another shot towards the goal, but that one's broken up by Nelson. That one will go in behind the net again as the Raiders try to clear it off the glass for Dodge County. It's going to be Gordon. He'll try to fire it up and through, but it's kept in. Now Winner down the right side. Centering pass out in front. Now from Geiger, shot, and up and over the top of the net it goes. And Kareem's all the way to the far corner. Kaiser picks it up, skates it in behind the net, tries to do a quick wraparound and a centering pass that goes errant over to the far boards. Frank will pick it up at the blue lines, brings it over to Fossum. Fossum with a shot, goal, right towards the goal, and into the breadbasket it goes. Rattler, he'll wrap it up, and we'll have a face-off just to his right with 9:05 remaining here in the second period for the Raiders, leading 5-1.
The Raiders' puck movement is absolutely incredible. They get it all the way around, getting it to everybody, keeping the defense on their toes. They just wait till they get the right opening, and they shoot it, and they scored a lot. I mean, 5-1, still midway through the second period. As we'll have a whistle telling everybody to calm down here.
So the momentum slowly turning in favor of the Raiders. They've already got 10 shots on goal now here in this second period. And that one just about scooted through. Centering pass out in front. Brackey with an opportunity, broken up by the Wildcats. Now it'll dump it all the way back in, and the Raiders will send it all the way back in behind the net. Sawyer will get after it. That puck will get sent over to the far corner, but now the centering pass out front. Sawyer with a shot to get it on the stick. Can't do it. There's another shot. There's a rebound out in front by Sawyer. He couldn't get the backhand. Now out in the front again. Puck will come loose, and it'll send all the way back into neutral ice and all the way back as the Raiders will do a line change. The Wildcats will do a brief wild change. They'll forward that one up to Sawyer, and that one's going to go all the way through and back. They'll wave off the icing. Puck will go in back. Rattler will send it around the corner. Olsen will pick it up. Skates it back down into the corner. Kennelly and Griffin or Olsen after it there as they sends that one all the way back down to the ice, and they're going to just hold it up. Wallach will just hold his glove in the air, and they will call that one for icing as well. We've got 8:05 to go here in the second period from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Raiders lead this one 5-1. There was a little bit of momentum there for Dodge County. They got 5 shots on goal there in the first, half of that period. But literally, the blink of an eye, it's like click, click, 13 shots on goal by the Raiders, like boom. And that will control by the Raiders down in the zone. Pass out in front, Munson rebound, and that one's out in front. Cashin with a shot at the hat trick, and it just comes off the pad of the goalie. Rattler out in front, and now it's Munson as he skates through the crease. The Raiders still in control. In behind it goes to Munson. Munson tries to center it, but it goes right into the net. Now it'll get kicked all the way to the far corner. Picks it up at the top of the point, skates it all the way to the near boards. Tries to dump it to Fossum. He'll take it back himself. He'll skate all the way through. There's a shot towards the goal. That one's off just to the right of Rattler. Comes over to the top of Fossum. Fossum tries to dump it back in. Munson in hot pursuit as they'll try to control it. Puck will try to get fired by Gordon off the glass and into the neutral zone and into the Northfield end. Turnover in the neutral zone there. That's going to be Klomps, and the Raiders will try to take him out, and Frank will try to recover, skating all the way through. They're in a line change, so that one just off the stick of Munson. Munson pushes it all the way in behind the net, so there will not be any icing there. Smith will send it all the way up to Friedrich, and that one fires all the way in behind the Northfield goal. Again, another breakout pass right there, so the Raiders missing on some opportunities here in the second period as far as the breakout pass and making a move into the offensive zone, and they'll bring that one all the way back for icing with 6:54 to go.
It's certainly not a perfect game for the Raiders here. They're giving up a little bit more offense for Dodge County as they would like, but certainly staying in control of this game. Still up 4 goals, don't have too much to worry about.
So the puck will be all the way around the boards and into the near boards, into the neutral ice. Dodge County tries to dump it back in. Raiders will recover in their own zone. Forces it up to Winter before it's picked up by Gibbs. Gibbs will fire it all the way back in behind the net. Wallach, he'll send it back into the other corner, and the only person to get it was Dodge County. But luckily, defensively wise, it's picked up by the Raiders, and down the left side is Winter. He's got a shot on goal. He's got a break in Kaiser through the right crease, but he will pick it back up and skate it to the top before it's knocked in through the neutral zone. Klomps will just clear it and clears it all the way back down to Riley, and it'll be Bridger Riley will pick up the puck, and they'll turn it around and send it back to the other end because we've got an icing call here with 6:09 to play in the second period.
36-7 shots on goal. 36 shots. You'd expect that to be the final shot count in a game like this. We're only halfway through this second period here. Raiders got a chance to get to 60 by the end of the night here.
No kidding. And like I said, it's just kind of a momentum. It was 5-5 here just a second ago, and since then there's another shot out in front as it goes through the crease as Rattler will try to clear it. So there's been no shots on goal for Dodge County ever since they actually got that goal. Raiders will still control it in the Wildcat zone. Both the Raiders kind of fall down on top of each other. They're going to let that one go and bring it right back for an icing call there. Wallach lets it go past the end line, and they'll just send it all the way back. 5:42 remaining. Shots on goal, 37 for the Raiders, 7 for Dodge County. And yeah, I mean, it was 5-5, and now all of a sudden it's just 12 shots to nothing.
Yeah, I mean, Raiders keeping that momentum. There's a big debate if momentum is real in sports. Oh, it absolutely is.
Well, I think they got upset with that goal, and it sparked something for the Raiders here as they are really cutting it loose here in the second period. Another face-off to the left of Rattler, and it will be Olsen with control, sends it back into the corner, and he will take possession of the puck over in that corner. Now it's going to be the Raiders. Cashin with the puck. He's got the hot hand. Munson with the left backhand here. Now he's going to the centering pass out front, and that one goes across the crease right there. Rattler jumps on top of it, and we'll have a stoppage and a face-off again, I believe, to the right of the goalie as they do another complete line change. They're going to keep Olsen on the ice here. Probably have him facing off would be my guess. Braden Olsen pretty much controlling a lot of the face-offs. He's very, very good at it, and usually wins on most of those face-offs.
Absolutely is. He's got those quick hands, gets that stick down, gets it back to his players. See if he can do it here, too.
Puck will be cleared into the corner because Gibbs will push it all the way around, and then they'll try to send it up and out of there as Funk tries to clear it into the neutral ice. It goes, and they'll skate it into the Northfield zone. There's a shot towards the goal, and it'll be a nice 6 save. Now it's intercepted. Turnover in front of the net. Now there's a rebound out there, and Wallach able to cover up both of them, and it sends it in behind, and the net just barely pops off the post, and we'll have a stoppage of play there. So a turnover again for the... Well, Dodge County said if they could force a few turnovers and make Northfield turn it over a few times, they might have a shot at it. And they've had a couple of turnovers here in the second period. But fortunately, the net came off, and there will be no goal there. And we'll have a stoppage of play as we will face off to the right of Keaton Wallach. And they're going to give them 2 shots on goal on that little flurry of play there by the Dodge County Wildcats. Puck will come out to the near boards. Ooh, and Geiger just gets smoked into the sideboards there. And he'll recover nicely. He'll take it and force the puck up and through. Down that right side, Cashin, he'll go on through. He's got an opportunity for a hat trick, and that one's out in front. Rebound, Riley with the rebound out front. That one's kicked out all the way to the far. Geiger with a shot out in front. Rebound. That one comes loose into the near boards. Kaiser will recover. He'll take it down the corner. He'll get a pass out in front, and that one comes loose in behind the net. Now the Raiders still, again, with Kaiser out in front, and that one is an opportunity through the crease, and down to the ice they go, getting a little crazy as they're grabbing sticks and taking people out down there out in front of the net, and that's Geiger down to the ice, but he's right back up, and we'll have a stoppage of play right there as the refs get in between all the players. 4:26 remaining here, second period.
Game getting a little scrappy here. Dodge County, especially down 5-1, getting a little frustrated. But 43 shots on goal. I don't know if the scorekeeper is just being really generous or what, but I mean the Raiders certainly look like they're getting a lot of shots on goal, but 43 with 4:20 left to go in the second period, that is a lot.
That is a lot. And now from the top of the key, the old centering pass out front again. That one, and Rattler's going to try to pull it in. That could have been a mistake. Sawyer with an opportunity, but he'll send it to the top. Pont out to the right. Vogt, shot towards the goal, out in front. Rattler kicks it in behind the net. Picked up there by Ellingson. He'll try to clear it out. Vogt will keep it in. There's a hard check out in the top. Sawyer centering pass out in front. Brackey with a shot. That one's a rebound out front. Rattler will kick it out to the top, and they'll clear it out in the neutral zone. Raiders will dump it right back in. Here they come again, in behind. Rattler will get in behind the net as the Raiders come charging in, and it'll be the Wildcats trying to clear it out. Gordon on the far boards tries to clear it, pumps it in. They'll make a quick line change there. They'll send the puck all the way. Here's another mistake out in front there as Wallach able to get a pad on that one. Sawyer tries to get control of the puck as it comes screaming through neutral ice before it is picked up by the Karstensen, and he'll send it all the way back in behind the net. He's looking at him like, what are you talking about? I didn't ice that penalty. I didn't ice that play. But a near escape there by the Raiders as they turned it over again in their end, right out in the front of the right slot there. But Wallach able to get a pad on it, and will face off at neutral ice out here in the middle.
The refs are checking in with Dodge County, making sure they're being playing good hockey, and face off. It'll be controlled. It'll not be controlled. It'll be checked up into the benches there.
3:20 remaining here, second period from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Raiders on top, 5-1, and now they got 45 shots on goal already. It was 44 shots for them in the entire contest last night as they won 8-1. So there's a breakaway down the right side. Cashin shot up over the top, deflected into the netting as he had a slight breakaway, got in behind the defense there, and that one got deflected up and over the top, and we'll have a face-off. So Cashin already with 2 goals on the afternoon, and we'll face off, it looks like, to the left of Rattler, as Rattler takes a quick little break there, takes his helmet off and gets himself situated here and takes a drink of water. Face off in the far right circle. Riley from the top of the left, shot towards goal, deflection out in front, and Cashin with the hat trick, and now it is 6-1 in favor of the Northfield Raiders.
Will Cashin cashing in once again, third goal of this morning's game, 6-1 Raiders. Cashin off the deflection, puts it past Rattler, and the Raiders doing what they do, scoring the puck.
13:54 in. Cashin has scored all 3 of his goals in this period. He's got a hat trick in the same period. And he is just tearing it up every time he gets a stick on the puck. Something magical has been happening here this afternoon. So the Raiders will take a 6-1 lead from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. You're listening, of course, to Raider Hockey right here on KYMN 95.1 The One and AM 1080, and we're streaming it live on NorthfieldLive.com. We've got a slight stoppage of play here, and we'll bring the puck all the way back down to the Northfield end.
Okay. Raiders back down in their defensive zone. Face off to the right of Wallach.
2:59 remaining here, second period. Raiders on top, 6-1. They'll control the puck. It'll be Pontal with it. He'll send it all the way around to the near boards. Munson will intercept it. He'll take it through neutral ice. 2-on-1. There's a nice defensive play out front, but that one is broken up. So it was Gordon with a sliding save there as Munson went down the left-hand side there, and it looked like it was going to be broken up real nicely, but it trickled over the top of Gordon's body, and it was an opportunity out in front there for that right slot, and they'll have a stoppage of play there as the Rattler will cover that one up, and they'll face off to his left. Raiders will control the face-off, goes to the top of the blue line, Winter with it, and he gets hammered into the corner by Smith, and now they'll send it in behind the net here, and they'll bring it around to the near boards. That one bounces off the puck, or off the side of the board somehow. There's a shot towards the goal for Riley as that one's intercepted and picked up by Kaiser. He'll skate it back to the top, now drop it into the right circle, down from the right-hand side into the slot. That one's picked off, intercepted there by Gibbs. Gibbs will forward that pass, and they'll fire that one all the way in behind the net as it's Ludvigsen. He tries to get after to control it, but it's Winter who will take control. Now it's Dodge County from the top. There's a shot towards the front. Geiger breaks that one up with his shin pads. So that'll go into the neutral ice and fired right back in behind the net. 1:56 remaining. And Dodge County again in a full line change. His Winner will get in behind the defense, and he'll take a shot, and he slides into the goalie. And now that net comes off again, and we'll have another stoppage of play with 1:46 to go. Rattler down on all fours. He's going to stand right up. Looks like he's doing okay. Might have been a little stunned there to see that Winter slides right into him, but we'll have a face-off, I believe, to the right of Rattler. He's checking himself out right here. The refs are giving a little bit of extra time for him to recover, so we got 1:46 remaining here in the second period. Raiders on top, 6-1. Rattler recovers well. The face-off comes out. Kennelly with an opportunity out in front of the net before it is picked up by Dodge County. They'll get an icing call. They'll bring that one right back, and they'll bring it right back.
That's all there is to it, really. Raiders up 6-1 in Heritage Bank scoreboard. 97 seconds left in this second period. Raiders up to 48 shots total here in the game. 9 for Dodge County as they will win the faceoff here.
Neerman will try to fight for it in behind the net, but the Raiders are going to come away with it for the top. Now over to Fossum. off the boards, shot towards the middle. That one's broken up. Sawyer right out front, but he gets pickpocketed there by Ellingson. Ellingson will try to fire it around, but can't. Brackey will keep it in. He'll fire it towards the goal before it gets picked up there by Kennelly. Kennelly in behind. Now it'll be a centering pass out here to the top for Fossum, all the way across to the far boards. Down goes Frank. He falls down. That's an accident waiting to happen, but it comes scorching through into the neutral zone and into the Raider end of the ice before it is cleared by the Raiders, and they're going to wave off the icing there. It'll go in behind. Picked up by Gibbs, who tries to forward it through, and the Raiders will keep it in. Brackey gets taken right off his skates. Smith just lifted him and dropped him. 40 seconds remaining here in the second period. Munson will intercept it. Wow, there's a collision at the blue line there. Munson gets right back up, and away they go. Pontow will try to push it up and through. There's a little turnover there by the Raiders, and here is a shot on goal, and that one just goes to the left and off the glove of Wallach. From the top, there's another shot, stick save. Wallach kicks it all the way to the far corner. Now the Raiders will pick it up. They'll try to skate it on through. He'll get knocked to the ground. Puck comes out. Geiger picks it up. Or Cashin, I should say, and then there's another stoppage of play here as the roughhousing continues. 6.1 seconds remaining here in the second period. And another stoppage of play here with the Raiders on top 6-1.
Munson going to the box. Probably, I'm going to guess for roughing. As there was a lot of pushing and shoving going on there. But Caden Munson, that's the first penalty on the Raiders. They've been pretty clean so far. There's only one penalty total in this game that has been on Dodge County. So I'll see if the call is for Munson.
There is no call on the ice. They waved it off.
Oh, I guess I did.
They waved it off. So it'll come loose. Controlled by Dodge County. There's a shot towards the goal. Fossum from the top left circle there by the blue line. He took a shot at it anyhow. And that's the they're going to give that one as a shot on goal. It was a little bit to the right, but they gave him credit for a shot on goal. 49 shots on goal through two periods. 29 shots alone in the second period. From the Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Northfield Raiders lead this one 6-1 over Dodge County and the Wildcats. We're going to take a break. We'll come back and recap the first two periods. You're listening to Raider Hockey on KYMN 95.1 to 1 and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
February 28th is coming fast. Registration for Northfield Fast Pitch Softball is open for 8, 10, 12, and 14U teams at northfieldfastpitch.org. Spring is just around the corner. Register your daughter and enjoy watching her learn and build confidence on the ball field. Girls born from 2008 to 2015 must sign up by February 28th. Girls Fast Pitch Softball is one of the fastest growing sports for young women. Scholarship assistance is available. Visit northfieldfastpitch.org for more information. Register today. Go Raiders!
Borrowing money is a big deal, but Community Resource Bank is ready to help. Whether you're buying a car, purchasing a home, or fixing up your existing home, Community Resource Bank has answers for all your loan and mortgage questions. As an integral part of the Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville communities, Community Resource Bank offers online solutions for business, residential, investment, and other lending products. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Valley Auto Haus is a full automotive repair shop, collision center, and the only AAA authorized towing facility in Northfield. That means if you are in a minor or major collision this winter, all Valley Auto Haus technicians are ICAR trained and certified by all major insurance companies to handle your vehicle from the tow to completing all of your vehicle repairs. Valley Auto Haus on Highway 3 South in Northfield. Open 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, or find us at valleyautohaus.net. Go Raiders!
Now may be the right time for you or a loved one to consider joining Northfield Retirement Community. Leave behind the worry of home maintenance and repairs to join a supportive community welcoming you to your new home. NRC has a variety of housing options to enjoy with your own furnishings and available options of in-home personal care services. Reach out to our caring and compassionate staff when you're ready for a visit, or review all of our living options at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
Northfield Live doesn't just provide game coverage. We provide opportunities for Northfield youth to showcase, learn, and experience many aspects of media. Practice their communication skills by providing play-by-play and color announcing, getting interviews with fellow students or coaches, or writing stories. They can showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media, running cameras for events, or producing a game like the one you're watching now. We also utilize the talents of adults to help mentor and provide a quality experience for the students. If you or someone you know might be interested in growing our coverage, you're welcome to call, text, or email us from the Northfield Live page at any time.
Many of us would love an extra flexible way to earn money. Benjamin Bus and Northfield Lines have many driving positions available, including vans that won't require a CDL, small and regular-sized school buses, and motor coaches. These positions offer flexible hours, days off when kids are out of school. You can even bring your kids to work with you. Benjamin Bus and Northfield Lines offer on-site training and testing along with wages up to $21 an hour. No experience necessary. Stop by Benjamin Bus on Highway 3 in Northfield and we'll be happy to answer any questions.
When your carpets, upholstery, and floors look dirty and stained, call the professionals at Service Master by Hyatt. Service Master has been an industry leader for more than 20 years and have proven cleaning products to remove even the toughest stains and get the winter weather out of your carpets and floors. Eliminate dirt and grime from your carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate floors. When you're in need of cleaning, demand the yellow van and call Service Master by Hyatt today.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
This ball is crushed. All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. For those interested in in-house baseball leagues, register them now at northfieldyouthbaseball.com. Yes, we know there is still snow on the ground, but for kids who are in grades kindergarten to 3rd grade who'd like to participate in in-house, or 4th to 7th graders interested in Community Rec League, you must register before March 15th to get your child's name on the rosters for a jersey and hat. Visit northfieldyouthbaseball.com for more registration information.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
And welcome back to the Rochester Recreation Center. You're listening to Raider Hockey right here on 95.1 The One, and we're streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com. Hey, you can check us out if you wanted to find out what's going on this afternoon. You can just go to the Twitter handle there and go to Northfield Live, and you should be able to catch. We send out all the tweets out there this afternoon as the goals are piling up here. There was 29 shots on goal in that second period, rather. 3 of them, for sure, coming from Will Cashin as he scores the hat trick in the second period. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, Dodge County started off the period with maybe we thought they might come back to this one just a little bit. They did score once in that period, but it was still all Raiders putting on a flurry of shots, 29 in that second period, upping their total to 49 total in the game. Dodge County had 8 shots on goal. One of them went in. They're up to 10 for the game, but Raiders, there's really no stopping them right now. I mean, Dodge County, they're going to keep trying, of course. You know, no team would give up, of course, but down 6-1, 17 minutes left to go in this one, and with the way the Raiders have been playing, they may as well look forward to Wednesday night back here at the Rochester Rec Center.
So Cam Kaiser started all the scoring off in the first period at the 3:15 mark, so he let it up right away as the Raiders hit the post one time, and he got it up at the 3:15 mark. So the Raiders took the lead 1-0 on Kaiser's goal. And then it took a while, but they were still, like I said, they were dominating. They had 20 shots on goal there in the first period. But it was Griffin Canelli at the 14:01 mark on the rebound to put them up 2-0. So without a doubt, we said at the first at the first intermission, we talked about how if they kept that type of momentum up, that it would probably be smooth sailing for the Raiders. And the Raiders came out, and it looked like Dodge County caught a little bit of motivation there as they actually got a couple of quick shots on goal to start the second period. But the Raiders, Cashin scores the first one at the 2:02 mark and puts them up 3-0. And then quickly thereafter, not very much later, Braden Olson with another rebound off the pad of Rattler, and he puts it in, and it's up there. It's 4-0, thinking, okay, that's the end of that. And then all of a sudden, at the 5:36 mark, it's Brett Lidvigsson. He scores for Dodge County as they put up several shots, and at that point, literally, there was 5 shots on goal per person. And the Raiders had 5 shots, and they had 2 goals out of that. And they had 5 shots, and they got 1 goal out of that. And then it was just lights out. Then the Raiders just caught fire again and just started hammering. 24 shots to their 3 after that to round out that second period. And, of course, at the 4:16 mark, I said that Olson got the 4th goal. The 5th goal came from Cashin at 6:08. And then at 13:54, he solidified his hat trick for the day, all coming in the second period. Pretty crazy second period there. So the Raiders on top of this one, for sure, up 6-1 here at the end of 2. And coming up later, of course, it will be the New Prague and Albert Lee. They'll be taking on each other here from the Rochester Rec Center. And so we'll be kind of paying attention to that one to see what happens there, because the winner of today's game will then play on Wednesday night here again back in Rochester at 7 o'clock. So we've got a couple of other events coming up on Northfield Live. Tuesday, it's going to be boys basketball versus Faribault. And Wednesday night, I believe they have the first round of section tournament play as the Wednesday girls. And they believe we will still be covering that game.
We will try and do 2 broadcasts at once that night. We'll try and find enough students and staff. If there's students out there listening to this or parents that are listening to this, if you want to please help us out, we'd appreciate it on Wednesday night in particular. Hockey is extremely difficult to run all this stuff with the widgets and run the radio station remotely and everything, so we could use an extra hand to give Ned a call, help Ned with the call in the basketball game.
Yeah, so I mean, we're going to be all the way down here in Rochester, of course, and I can't really express, but I'll just say that there are 4 laptops and a control board and 2 cameras. So anybody who wants to try to fathom what we're looking at or what we're talking about, it's like a rat's nest up here, honestly. But seriously, Lance is running 4 different laptops and a control board, and we've got wires everywhere and cameras. And so, and then you got the radio, and you got the announcers and everyone else up here. So it takes a lot of work to bring you these games on NorthfieldLive.com. So, if you've got some open time or you want to be a part of this, or you want to take advantage of it, get a hold of NorthfieldLive.com and see if we can help out on Wednesday night.
Yeah, you can go to the NorthfieldLive.com. At the very bottom of the website, there's a contact me page. You send me a quick little email, and we'll show you how to help me out with this. Appreciate it.
Alrighty, where third period is coming up as the Raiders lead this one 6-1 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, it'll be third period, and we'll see if the Raiders come out and strike first to take a lead of 7-1 into the third period. We'll find that out and more. It's all coming up right here on Raider Hockey on 95.1 The One KYMN and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
I'm Marty Benson, the Commercial and Ag Banking Manager at Community Resource Bank. We offer unprecedented experience with the ability to make decisions locally for your business, ag purchase, or expansion. Come talk with us. Interest rates are still low, and we can offer some fantastic products. The coffee pot is always on, or visit us at crb.bank. Community Resource Bank in Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group of Northfield. The doctors, Becky Johnson, John Nowak, Brian Cravey, Tyler Yankee, and Mallory Peterson would like to remind you that February is Dental Health Month. New patients in the month of February will receive a free exam and necessary x-rays. The doctors and staff at Professional Dental Group would love to see your smile. You can find us on the web at pdgdentists.com or give us a call at 507-645-5264.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
The Quarterback Club of Northfield knows just how hard the student athletes work each and every sports season and would like to wish all of the Raiders athletic teams the best of luck this year. After practice is over or before the big game, stop into the Quarterback Club and grab their roasted chicken, tender baby back ribs, or famous broiled burgers. Short on time? Call ahead and they will have it ready for you to carry out. They serve lunch and dinner, so no matter your busy schedule, the Quarterback Club has something for you. Good luck, Raiders, and we'll see you after the game. The Quarterback Club off Highway 3 in Northfield.
Here's an opportunity in front of the goal. The ball is shot, and they score! And he caught it! Touchdown, Geiger! How did he haul that in?
And she's going to go around the fence and score! Kayla Puppy! Shot for three. That one is good. He nails another one.
Moving slowly in. Tries to go to the backhand and scores! Andrew Winter on the penalty shot. Puts the Raiders up 1-0.
Little things in life that matter the most, like spending time with my family. Hip pain started to slow me down, and it was time to get help. I did some research and decided on the orthopedics team at Northfield Hospital and Clinics. They listened to my concerns and helped me make an informed decision. 3 months later, I could not be happier. My hip feels great, and I'm back outside. I appreciate the personalized care I got from the orthopedics team at Northfield Hospital and Clinics.
Hometown Credit Union is proud to call Northfield and Dundas home. We offer a variety of loan options, checking, savings, and credit card accounts with a focus on financial wellness and member advocacy. You belong at Hometown Credit Union. Learn more at hometowncu.coop.
February 28th is coming fast. Registration for Northfield Fast Pitch Softball is open for 8, 10, 12, and 14U teams at northfieldfastpitch.org. Spring is just around the corner. Register your daughter and enjoy watching her learn and build confidence on the ball field. Girls born from 2008 to 2015 must sign up by February 28th. Girls Fast Pitch Softball is one of the fastest growing sports for young women. Scholarship assistance is available. Visit northfieldfastpitch.org for more information. Register today. Go Raiders!
This ball is crushed. All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. And for those interested in travel baseball leagues, register them now at northfieldyouthbaseball.com. Yes, we know there's still snow on the ground, but for kids ages 10 to 15 years old and interested in travel baseball, you must register before March 12th to get your child's name on the list for tryouts. Visit northfieldyouthbaseball.com and click on the travel registration link before March 12th for Northfield Youth Travel Baseball.
Welcome back to the Rochester Rec Center, and we're about ready to get the third period underway. Welcome back to 95.1 KYMN and AM 1080 for you radio listeners. The Raiders will be skating from the left to the right here in the third period, and thanks again for joining us here on NorthfieldLive.com. We're about ready to get the third period underway. Raiders in a commanding lead here, 6-1, with a hat trick from Will Cashin in the second period. Coming at the 2:02, the 6:58, the 13:54 mark. Cashin, everything he seems to touch goes in the net here this afternoon. But we're just about ready to get things going. 29 shots in the second period for the Raiders, and just 8 on the shots for Dodge County there in the second period. They've got 10 shots on goal total. Raiders with 49 shots on goal. 44 shots on goal last night alone in their victory over Rochester Lords. So still to come after this one. The winner of this game takes on the winner of New Prague and Albert Lee. That one's coming up after us here this afternoon from the Rochester Rec Center. So we're just about ready to tee things up and get things going here in the third period. Referee just checking back with the Wildcats, and they'll get them out, get all 5 players out on the ice. You need 5 to start the game. And that puck will be controlled by Kaiser down the right side. He'll take a shot. That one's going to get deflected there by Gordon up into the netting, and we'll have a quick stoppage of play. And we'll face off to the left of Rattler. So, again, Raiders taking command and control here in the third period. Geiger with control. It'll go back in by Gordon. Checked by Winter into the near corner. At the top, Geiger will take one. He'll just sling it up against the backboard over there. Kaiser will pick it up. Sends it to Fossum at the top of the circle. Here's Frank. He'll take a shot towards the goal, and that one's into Rattler's glove. And there's the 50th shot of the afternoon here from Rochester.
Very early in the third period, already hitting that big 5-0. The Raiders are facing off now to the left of Rattler. It'll be Jake Geiger for the Raiders. Looking to put one more on the board, give us a running clock. We can get on home.
Puck will come clean, and believe it or not, the Wildcats controlled it for just a second before it's dumped right back in, and Kaiser will take it to the far corner. Centering pass out front, off the stick of Rattler, comes off, over to the top, now over to the far corner. Kaiser will pick it up. Munson, or it looks Fossum, will leave the ice, and he will jump back in, and then now Riley will jump in. Frank will head off. That'll come to the top of the right circle here. Riley will dump it down. Winner down underneath the Geiger. Geiger will try to send it back around the ice, but it gets stuck in the corner over here before it's picked up here by Karstensen, and he'll take it. That one's off the shoulder of Riley as it ricochets into the Northfield zone, picked up by Riley. There's a turnover in the neutral ice there as Frederick in the corner tries to control it, dumps it in behind. It'll be Riley, Bridger Riley, that is. He'll try to bang it off the glass, and in through the neutral ice it goes. They'll dump it right back in. Dodge County. Wallach will take control of that puck and send it in behind before it's picked up there by Funk. Funk in the corner trying to come loose with it. He'll take complete control of it. Olsen will take him off the puck, and they'll control it from the top. There's a shot towards the goal by Gibbs, and that one's broken up off the shin pads. Kaiser making a break in behind the defense. They'll wave it off. There's a shot for Olsen out in front, right into the glove. A little bit high on that one, and Rattler saw it all the way in, and we'll have a stoppage of play here with 15-13 to go in the third period.
Raiders not slowing down. They're keeping that attack going. They're going to keep trying to put these in the back of the net, but Dodge County isn't stopping their defense either. They're not raising the white flag quite yet. It'll be Olsen on the face-off to the left of Rattler.
Puck comes clear out into the right slot. Kicked over into the near corner. Frank with a shot from the right point. That'll take off and get saved by Rattler. Rattler will clear it. It'll go in through neutral ice. We're going to have another stoppage of play. I think we got a little offsides going there, and we will turn this one around and send it back in the other direction. They're going to take the puck all the way back down deep in the zone of Wildcat country. Again, in their black and royal blue uniforms, skating from right to left. 15:01 to go. Just underway here in the third period from the Rochester Rec Center and your semifinals for Class 1A semifinals. Puck is going to go all the way to the far corner. Olsen collides in that corner. Munson with the call. And now a stoppage of play by the referees here. And they're going to turn around and send it all the way back to the other end.
Not quite sure.
I have no idea. I honestly have no idea what just happened there.
And they're like pointing at Dodge County or
there was no stoppage of play. I mean, they tied it up in the corner, but unless it got caught up in maybe one of the guys' shirts or something, I don't know. But they face it off all the way back into the Northfield zone, and they will send that one back around. Fossum will try to control the puck and clear it out of the Northfield zone. Fossum comes loose with it. That puck is shot towards the net there, and that is going to be Nelson. Wallach will just clear that one easy enough. Puck will come in through neutral ice. Rebound. Brackey will take control of it and skate it into Wildcats territory. Centering pass out front. Sawyer can't get a stick on it. It'll go all the way to the far boards. And there's There's Bradley in the game. That's the first that we've seen him this afternoon, so they must have said he feels good enough to get in there and get it going. He had suffered a slight injury last night. Now he's lifting his knee up a little bit there, so he's favoring that left knee there. He did take a pretty good shot last night in that contest last night, but coach put him in there for at least a quick run to see how he holds up in there. So the Raiders facing off, they'll control that in the Wildcat zone. Winner fires all the way across the ice, and that one will just get flicked in through the neutral zone. Bridger Riley will try to push it up again. Down the left side is Winner. He gets taken off. That'll be a penalty, and he'll be called for tripping over there. And I think it'll be Gibbs, as Gibbs and him kind of tied things up there a little bit. We'll have a penalty and a power play coming up here at the 13:48 mark for the Raiders.
So for Dodge County, that will be I can tell.
That was not. That was
number
not.
11. That'll be Riley Frederick on the tripping penalty for Dodge County. Raiders back on the power play where they are very good. Ty Frank now top of the blue line will have another whistle. And we'll see what they do here. They'll face it off once again and neutral ice. We Geiger on the face-off. Griffin Funk against him.
Controlled by the Raiders. Munson, neutral ice, skates it back. Dumps it back to Frank in the own zone. That'll be a forwarding pass there as it gets Munson on the breakaway, but it'll be picked up again through neutral ice. Kaiser down the right side. He's trying to put the quick little stick move there, but that one's broken up by the defense. Raiders from the left, or from the right-hand circle, down into the corner. From the top, Kaiser with a shot. That one just to the left of Rattler. That one's picked up by the Raiders in behind Fossum. Fossum will take it, dumps it back into the corner as they set up their power play. Fossum in behind the net. Kaiser right out in front of the crease. That'll come all the way to the top to Frank on the far side. That one goes all the way in behind. Kaiser will skate in behind, pick the puck up, and then he will skate it back to the top of the right. Frank from the right side. Here's a shot. Kaiser up and over the top of the net and into the glass. Picked up again by Munson. Munson with his shot just to the right of Rattler. And that one fires off of the boards as they try to clear it. The broken stick there, and Kaiser will pick it back up and skate it back in. Shot on goal, out in front, rebound. Picked up by Gordon. Gordon with the puck. Munson trying to in hot pursuit. Kaiser will pick it off and bring it into the near boards. 39 seconds remaining in the power play for the Raiders. Munson with a pass out in front to Kaiser. Kaiser can't get a stick on it. There's another shot deflected up in the air and into the netting. We'll have a quick stoppage of play with 32 seconds remaining in the power play for the Raiders. 12:20 remaining in this contest as they lead 6-1.
Gotta say, I didn't even see the netting over there. I thought it was just a wall there. That netting is so fine. I thought it was... Either way, getting off topic here. Face off to the right of Rattler.
And the Raiders, of course, will control it in a power play for another 30 seconds. They are at 44% power play. They did get one today earlier in the first period. There's a wraparound out in front, and that one's deflected. Rattler with a good save as he pushes it all the way to the corner. Now comes out of the zone, 15 seconds remaining in the power play, and it's going to be Bridger Riley chasing after it as he picks it up in behind the net. He loses control briefly, and it's going to be Carstensen tries to clear it and control it, but it's picked up here by Winner. Winner's going to take it down the right side. He's going to skate all the way through neutral and pushes it all the way back into the corner in behind the net. He'll give him a little push. The puck stops in behind the net. It's Munson down there, both fighting for it. Come away with it. Riley, shot. Broken up by the defense. Comes back out. Vogt falls down, and it's going to be Carstensen tries to clear it. He can't really get a stick on it, and then they'll send everybody back in again as they have a quick little line change there. Raiders will skate in behind the net to try and keep control of the puck. Comes all the way out into the neutral ice. Ludvigsen tries to keep it in. Can't. The Raiders do kind of an awkward line change right in front of, with the puck right in front of them. They'll dump it all the way back in, but to the Wildcat zone before it is cleared by them, and it'll be Funk who send it in behind the net. Wallach steps out of there. Fossum tries to get control of it, and he does. Now it's broken up. Pushed back in, Friedrich towards the net. Wallach sends it in behind the net. Almost got caught there, holding on the puck a little too long. Sawyer will try to clear it. He'll just bang it off the neutral ice, and that one's going to go all the way through, and they're going to probably call an icing call on that one with 10:39 to go here in the third period. Raiders on top 6-1.
Raiders we're not letting up quite yet. 10:39 left to go in the contest. 56 shots on goal. Really getting up there. I don't know the last time they got 60 shots on goal. Our stats don't go that deep, but either way, Dodge County wins this face-off. They'll check that one up and into the netting. Another whistle and another face-off to the left or to the right this time of Wallach.
So 10:35 remaining, third period. Definitely Raiders in full control here of the third period. Not as exciting as the second period, but we'll see how it pans out. It's not over till it's over, as they say. Riley will push that up to Fossum. Up to Kaiser. Kaiser sends it all the way across to the far side. Winter will skate it all the way down into the corner. Now in behind the net is Geiger to Kaiser out in the front. That one's broken up slightly. Fossum will take a shot towards her. Nice deflection by Geiger, almost scoring on that one just to the left of Rattler. And the Wildcats will try to recover it, tries to clear it through neutral ice, but Frank will knock it to the ground, and then he'll try to forward pass it up to Kaiser. Kaiser, nice little move in behind shot, and that was deflected by Rattler out front. Munson picks it up on the far side. There's another shot towards the goal for Kaiser, and Rattler jumps out of the crease and covers that one up with 9:49 to go here, third period.
Kaiser had a couple great opportunities, but Rattler had a couple even better saves. Moving to his left, grabbed that trap down on the ice. We'll have a face-off to the left of Rattler. It'll be Olsen on the face-off. Will be controlled by the Raiders out in front. Shot by Cash, and that will be deflected, and now will roll out to the corner. Now controlled by Dodge County. They've got a bit of a fast break here. This puck is stuck on these close boards. Now back behind the net. It's Bridger Riley controlling it. Now the Raiders fighting for it. Dodge County still with it. Raiders got it back once again. Braden Olsen skating from left to right. He's got some speed. Braden Olsen centering pass. Broken up by the Dodge County. We'll slow it down here. Raiders back on the possession. Will Cashin stuck up on these boards. Kind of a bit of a scrum there.
There's a little pushback by Cashin right there. We might have a penalty here. Cashin took a swing, literally, at it looked like Carstensen there, because he got double whammied there. They both smacked into each other into the sideboards here, so they're going to send them both to the net. Carstensen is going to get called for a penalty there, and so at the 8:57 mark there, they're going to send both of those guys to the penalty box, and I think Cashin, he's going to get a little offsetting penalties here.
Not the first time we've had a little double penalty here for a bit of scrapping. That happened in the second period as well. This time happens again. A bit of little too horsey here. As 9 minutes left to go in this one, Raiders.
So little roughing maybe going on there. Like I said, Cashin got crushed into the boards pretty hard, and he kind of got a little emotion into it and kind of took a swing at him. So they'll set them two boys down here with offsetting penalties, as it'll be Gordon who will try to clear it out through the zone. Can't do it. Now they'll bang it off the boards, and that one will go flying all the way back. Wallach's going to let it go, and they're going to take the icing call and bring it right back with 8:29 remaining here in the third period. From your Heritage Bank scoreboard, the Northfield Raiders lead this semifinal 6-1 over Dodge County and the Wildcats. So they will face off to the left of Rattler here. Geiger controls it briefly. Winter trying to get control of it. Defense will try to poke it out of there. Held in by Geiger. Geiger will skate it down in the corner. There's a shot, another shot by Gordon. Centering pass out front. That one's reflected off of Rattler's glove. Comes all the way to the near boards. Riley will try to push it back into the corner. Getting a little physical. And there's another shot right there as he tries to put the little elbow on Friedrich there as it goes to the far corner. Kaiser will take it. Double team back in the corner. Puck all the way through the middle. Geiger with an opportunity. Can't get one on his stick. Riley down into the corner. Kaiser centering pass. Nobody out there but the defense. They'll take it and they'll push it out front again. Wildcats have come away with it. That one, he tried to bang it off the glass to advance it out of the zone. But that one cleared the glass, cleared a little bit of everything, and I don't know if it caught somebody in the crowd or not, but they're all down there kind of talking about it. It was pretty close. Somebody almost got clipped in the head with a wild hockey puck there, so they're not going to call a delay a game here, so they're just going to send it and face off to the left of Rattler. Puck will come clear to Vogt at the top as he tries to dump it right back in before it is pushed out of there by Holman, and he'll try to send it in to the Northfield zone. It's going to be picked up by Vogt in behind the net. Bradley tried to get after it here in the near boards. It's going to be Olsen and Bradley getting after it. Both of them competing up against the Wildcats. That one comes loose, goes firing all the way across. Munson will recover it on the other side of the ice. He'll come in behind the net. Now he'll shoot it up here to Bradley. Bradley tries to hold it. Ooh, just missed a check right there as they are trying to put a little bit more pressure on the Northfield team here with a lot more physicality here in the third period. That puck banks off the sideboards and goes all the way back to the end line again. And another icing here in the third period. I wish the Raiders would just score another goal. Get this game moving.
Yeah, right. It is very cold up here. Obviously, you're watching here, but we're pretty high up here. But there's not really any heaters up here. It's very. I mean, Ice Arena is supposed to be cold, but it seems extra chilly here today, down in Rochester.
Yes, it does. And we got to get outside in the sunshine. So we still got 6 minutes and 51 seconds to go here. You're listening to Raider Hockey on KYMN, of course, and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Kennelly tries to push that puck up and out of the zone. Can't do it. Held in by Gordon. Now it's finally cleared out of there. Brackey gets hit against the board. Sticks flying, bodies flying. Sawyer will take it and skate it all the way in. Centering pass across the middle. That one is just broken up by Ellingson, and that one comes right out front. Rattler gets a quick stick on it. They'll try to clear the zone. Sawyer will try to keep it in as he takes a shot right there at center ice. Puck gets off the boards again, comes into the neutral zone. Raiders will go on a defense on the back end of it. Funk, shot, goal. Oh, not a goal. That one is a shot and a glove save by Wallach there. And another stoppage of play with 6:09 now to go here. Left side faceoff just to the left circle, right of Wallach.
And it'll be Geiger on the faceoff, who's very good at those, and
Riley
he wins
controls it into the corner. He'll try to push it up, knocked right back in. That's going to be Klomps. Klomps in behind the net looking for somebody out front. That one escapes him, so Kaiser will take it. He'll skate all the way down and through. Tries to do a little stick move there in between the legs of the defenseman, but they'll catch that one, and they'll send that one flying all the way back. Riley will skate on back and into the corner, of the near corner for the Raiders, up and through neutral ice. Kaiser picks it up, dumps it to Geiger. Forwarding pass to Winner. Winner trying to break through the neutral zone, and he just shoots that puck right past him, and it'll just bounce off the backboard, and we'll have another icing call and bring it right back into the Northfield zone with 5:37 to go here in the third period.
Hey guys, just another tidbit. I'm going to jump in here. My wife had pointed out too, and I just verified. We're on the Grizzlies ice. This is where Spencer Klotz, senior last year, now plays for the team that he plays for. He is their leading point scorer, it sounds like. So nice to be see where Northfield kids been playing at here a little bit.
Pontal will control it into the corner. Down in the Northfield end, Olsen tries to get control of the stick. There's a lot more physicality in the third period here. There's a lot of bodies are bouncing around here towards the waning moments of this contest here. Puck is still in Northfield end, off the backboard, kept in by Smith, picked up now by Vogt. He'll skate it through neutral ice. He'll just wing it and send it all the way in. Munson in behind the net. He'll come all the way around to the near side. Shot Olsen out to the point. That one gets sent into the corner. Raiders still trying to control it into their zone. Olsen will skate down. A lot of pushing and shoving. Gibbs with a nice little check right there in the corner. Like I said, getting a lot more physical here in the third period. That one comes to Munson. Munson all the way to Frank at the top of the circle. Not from the point. Fossum shot. Broken up right there off the pad of Frederick. That'll go to the left side. There's another shot towards the goal and into the hands of Rattler. And we'll have another stoppage of play with 4:27 remaining here in the third period. Raiders with 63 shots on goal this afternoon.
Raiders not holding up I mean, they still got their, some of their top lines out there. I mean, now they're finally bringing in their second, but they've had that top line out there straying, shooting hard. All that third period, 4:27 left to go here. Raiders still up 6-1 as the Dodge County Wildcats will control the faceoff.
They have 2 shots on goal here in the third period. Puck will be cleared all the way down the ice, and another icing call, and we'll turn right back around and we'll go to the other end of the ice. So another icing call there. Bring it back to the left of Rattler down into the Wildcat zone. Don't forget to tune in again Tuesday night. Tuesday night we're going to have some boys basketball versus Faribault here on NorthfieldLive.com. And then Wednesday, with a little bit of help of our friends, hopefully we'll get some people to help cover the Wednesday's girls basketball, because it looks like the Raiders probably in good control here this afternoon as they lead this one 6-1. And the chances of Dodge County scoring 5 are slim to none, but I'm not ever going to second guess fate. No way. Not going to touch that one. Raiders will control the puck, and it's going to be Kennelly sends it in behind the net as Rattler comes out to get it. Kennelly will keep it in from that left circle. It's broken up, taken away here by Frederick, and then they'll try to clear it out of the zone. That one's kept in by Sawyer. Sawyer coming racing in. Kennelly with a shot. That one's broken up off the stick. That one comes in through the crease. Sawyer tries to get a hold of it. He drags him to the ground, waiting for a penalty. And there it is, a delay call. And there should be a penalty. He should be holding or interference or something, because he absolutely dragged him all the way down to the ground. And no, there are not going to be a penalty. Wow. They completely missed that one. That's for sure. I mean, Gabe Sawyer was just literally dragged to the ground. And there was no call. I get it if you want to just keep the game going, but yeah, definitely a penalty on them that was overlooked there here in the third period. So we're just about at the 3 minute. We're 3 minutes and 15 seconds away from the end of this contest here, as Frank will take it in behind his net, or Vogt rather, and he'll skate it in through neutral zone. Taken off briefly. Geiger dumps it all the way back in behind around the net. Kaiser will pick it up in the near corner. Comes over to the top of Frank. Frank fires one towards the net. That one goes in behind. Now it'll come back out the top of the left circle. Wildcats pick it up, skating it through. Now we've got somebody in behind. It looks like Carstensen will beat Frank to the puck down there in the Northfield zone in that far corner, and they'll pass it up to Geiger. Geiger now to Kaiser, in through neutral ice, bounces off the board, and they'll all skate in behind it. Rattler tries to come out of the net and put it out of the zone, but it's kept held in. Now, Wildcats through the neutral ice. They'll forward pass that one, broken up right away by Olsen, and then Monson will recover into the Northfield zone. 2 minutes and 22 seconds remaining here. Third period, Raiders on top, 6-1. We'll do a small little line change here as the puck comes over to the top. And that one goes into Riley at the top, and they'll try to send that one in, and down to the ice goes Cashin on that one. Haven't heard much from Cashin here in the third period. He had 3 goals in the second period for a hat trick. Centering pass out there, broken up by the defense. Comes over to the top of the circle here. Intercepted briefly, and it's going to be Holman who fires it towards Wallach. Wallach will come out, easy stick save, just hands it off to the Raiders. Cashin through neutral ice, dumped right back in by Beckstrom. Beckstrom tries to center it, and it'll come all the way back in behind the net for Dodge County. They'll try to pull it out. Carstensen passes it up to Friedrich. Friedrich tries to go around. Vogt does. Shot off the pad of Wallach, and that one goes in behind the net, picked up by Pontal. Now it'll be Kennelly will try to get down there and try to clear it through the zone. There's a shot, and that one's deflected by Olsen. Sends it up over the top of the glass, and that will come back into play, and they'll keep the thing moving. With 1:12 to go, the Raiders should have full control of this one. And there's a shot taken down is Kennelly again down into the corner, picked up by Dodge County. Fighting for it is Brackey. They'll push it right back into the Dodge County zone. Brackey skating it through that left slot. Picked up by Sawyer. Sawyer skates in behind the net. Almost taken down again there in behind the net before it's finally picked up. Carstensen will take it and try to push it up. Friedrich trying to clear through. Dodge County through the left side of the neutral ice into Wallach. They'll give them a shot on goal on that one. Not much on it at all. There's another shot right there, and Kennelly taken down by Holman. And again, a no call there as the clock starts to wind down. And now they are going to call. It is a delayed call for sure. And Holman will get charged probably for boarding on that one with just 21 seconds remaining in the contest.
Physicality showing up late in this game. It was showing up pretty early in this one as well. I mean, pretty early in the second period. Some pushing and shoving. Now some bigger hits showing up as we'll have a penalty on Dodge County with number 5, Mitchell Holman. 2-minute penalty, but with only 21 seconds left in this contest, he'll only be there for the rest of the game. So Zach Paquette to take the face-off for the rest of this game here. Dodge County will clear it.
All the way down to Wallach's stick. Wallach will just retrieve it for Fossum. Fossum in behind the net. They'll try to wind the clock down here. Sends it back all the way to Frank on the near boards. Hanging out in behind the net it goes. Fossum holding the puck, and that'll end the game right there. And that will be the end of it from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. The Raiders win this one 6-1, and they advance to the section finals coming up on Wednesday night. Stick around. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up. You're listening to Raider Hockey on KYMN 95.1 to 1 and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Live doesn't just provide game coverage. We provide opportunities for Northfield youth to showcase, learn, and experience many aspects of media. Practice their communication skills by providing play-by-play and color announcing, getting interviews with fellow students or coaches, or writing stories. They can showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media, running cameras for events, or producing a game like the one you're watching now. We also utilize the talents of adults to help mentor and provide a quality experience for the students. If you or someone you know might be interested in growing our coverage, you're welcome to call, text, or email us from the Northfield Live page at any time.
The graphic mailbox in the River Park Mall. With all of your mailing and printing needs, we can pack it up, ship it out, and get it down the road. Fabricate a sign or a banner. We work hard to know our products. We can find what works for you and set you up with everything you need. The graphic mailbox in the River Park Mall, offering solutions for you.
Now may be the right time for you or a loved one to consider joining Northfield Retirement Community. Leave behind the worry of home maintenance and repairs to join a supportive community welcoming you to your new home. NRC has a variety of housing options to enjoy with your own furnishings and available options of in-home personal care services. Reach out to our caring and compassionate staff when you're ready for a visit, or review all of our living options at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
At Merchants Bank, we're committed to helping our customers fulfill their hopes and dreams. But what does that look like? It means being there to guide you through financial choices, like tips for maximizing your savings or choosing an affordable mortgage option based on your needs. It means we have digital banking tools to make your life easier. And when you need a local, friendly person to talk to, we're here for you then, too. Join Merchants Bank family today. Visit merchantsbank.com or stop in today.
Go back to the Rochester Recreation Center. Jimmy LaRue and Johan Schroer along with Lance Reister on the call this afternoon. No scores in the third period. The Raiders win this one 6-1. There's a couple of penalties along the way. There's an exchange of penalties there as Will Cash and Nels Carstensen kind of mixed it up in the boards there at about the 8:57 mark, and they're offsetting penalties there. But Frederick had a penalty at the 2:15 mark, and then Holman rather at the 16:49. But there was a lot of physicality in the third period, but not a lot of scoring going on as the Raiders outshot them 14-4. But at the end of the game, it is the Raiders winning, and they are on their way to the section finals on Wednesday night.
Yeah, section final Wednesday night. But a 5-day break, time to rest after some back-to-back games. Maybe a little bit of practice, get ready for whoever it may be, New Prague or Albert Lee, who will play in just several minutes now in this same arena. We got some guys sitting up next to us to broadcast these games. The fans are starting to fill in. We saw the New Prague players warming up just below us earlier. But it'll be an interesting one. Whoever we are facing on Wednesday, we'll be preparing, and the guys will be really excited. A chance at state. We haven't been in a couple years. It'll be real exciting.
Recap of the game: the Raiders outshot them 63-14 overall. 20 shots on goal in the first, 29 in the second, 14 in the third. And for Dodge County, they had 2 in the first, 8 in the second, and 4 in that final period. And it was recapping all the scores. Camden Kaiser led things off at the 3:15 mark to put them up 1-0. And then we had a holding penalty on Griffin Funk at the 12:27 mark, which allowed an opportunity, a power play opportunity for Griffin Kennelly, and he scores at the 14:01 to put him up 2-0. And then it was the start of the second period, and it was the second period, I should say, especially for Will Cashin. Right after the beginning of the second period, he will score first at the 2:02 mark, puts him up 3-0. Then at the 4:16 mark, Braden Olson on a nice rebound backhand scores at the 4:16 mark, and that puts them up 4-0. At the 5:36, a turnover in the Northfield zone by Brett Ludvigson, and he was able to capitalize on the turnover and score to give them a 4-1 lead for the Raiders. But it wasn't over yet. At the 6:58 mark, right shortly thereafter, it was like the Raiders just caught fire at that point, and it was Will Cashin with another goal, his second of the afternoon. And then at the 13:54 mark, he scores yet again as he scores a hat trick in the second period alone, and they take the lead 6-1. And then we go in, like I said, into the third period. No one scores as they outshot them 14-4. And the final from your Heritage Bank scoreboard, Raiders win that one 6-1 for a trip to the finals on Wednesday night. That's a wrap. We're out of here. Jimmy LaRue along with, like I said, Johan Schroer and Lance Reister as the other teams are hitting the ice. We got to say adios, and we bid you adieu for the afternoon. Again, thanks for joining us. You have been listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 KYMN and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.